just doing a bit.
Hello! Welcome to the bit. This is session 54 of Tomb of Annihilation, Dice Fables. I am Spencer, your Dungeon Master. Hello and welcome back to the VOD on my YouTube channel. Joining me today are my lascivious leerers. Say hi, lascivious leerers.
Lucia, I will.
I don't want to say that.
That were
Actually,
I don't know if I can repeat that.
I'm lascivious leerers.
Also, it really it really only describes Elspeth, and actually, honestly, not Nare. Elspeth and Nare. It does not describe the rest of you at all.
Olaf is bleeding respectfully on his wife.
It's true.
Sorry, bleeding respectfully on his
I'm an
wife.
asexual child.
It's true. So speaking of asexual child, who is playing the asexual child, and who are they?
Which one?
That's,
Oh,
which one?
the first one.
There's two of us.
Not
The
necessarily
one-
asexual, but certainly not anything sexual happening with that kid.
No. The person who always goes first.
That's Mia.
Oh,
That's usually Abby.
that's true.
Or is it Happy?
Oh my
Who
goodness
knows?
gracious. Riley, who are you playing?
I usually go right before Olaf, but I'm Riley. Him. I play Sven, they, them, the asexual child in question. Just that.
Oh, yeah. We're almost ordered. Why is Guy? Oh, it's because of the question mark. In the Discord call, we're
because
listed
Yusuf is
alphabetically.
at the end.
But I think it's because Guy's or Yusuf's username is an upside down question mark. I think that's at the end.
Yeah, I use the Spanish question marks because I think they're funny.
They're very good.
Anyway.
I am the asexual child in question, both in real life and outside of life. I'm playing Sven, the Dragonborn Barbarian Ranger, who has many snakes, and is angry because they cannot hit the baddie right now because the baddie is invisible and they don't know what to do with their turns anymore.
It's true. Following up, we have a bisexual in the party.
Hello, that's me. I'm the token bisexual tranny.
Technically, Elspeth.
Wait a minute, Abby, are you diminishing me as identity? Are you diminishing me as identity? That's fucked up, Abby.
I'm
Friendly
Demi,
fire.
slightly different.
I was about to say,
Elspeth-
Elspeth did have a sex change effect briefly, which means Elspeth did transition back
Oh my god,
back to a
Elspeth's
cis
a
woman.
detransitioner.
Yeah,
How could she do this to me?
Elspeth transitioned into a cis woman.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm Elspeth, half angel woman.
I thought it was half
Okay.
Valkyrie.
I play Abby, she, her. I got those wrong. I realized I said I'm Elspeth, which, yeah.
What
Oh, I thought you were doing that
the-
on purpose.
No, I got to I'm Elspeth, and I was like, okay, I'm committing to this.
Nice.
You wish.
I wish, true.
You
Hey.
missed my joke because I was muted. I said that got meta.
Oh yeah. Hey, we've seen Abby's picture on graduation day. We can confirm Abby's a hottie.
Oh, thank you.
Well, moving on. Our sexless drow character. Tell us about
I'm not
her
sexless.
player. As in, like, not having sex. She's not a sex haver at the moment.
Getting no bitches, so to speak.
Yes.
Hello, that might be Mia, she, her, playing Lucia. Former she was, because she was gone. She's back.
Did you say her pronouns were she was?
He was.
That's good.
Very good.
Pronouns were.
I have my etchy face because you don't understand my pain, mother.
It's true.
Literally, I was dead. So
She listens to Evanescence. In My Chemical Romance.
the first one, okay. The second one, fuck no.
I mean, your mother is also dead.
When
And my
Lucia
other mother died
was
like
a young
10
lass,
times in one
her
campaign.
mothers took her into Waterdeep to see a marching band. And Rory said,
No, that was the Dawn wasn't the matching band.
yeah.
Anyway,
Rory said,
this
one day I'll
has gone
join.
on later.
Sorry.
I think I'm done.
Okay.
This is chaos.
Last,
So much fun.
certainly not least, our beloved friend, chronically late in real life. Why don't you tell us
I
who you
fear
are and who you're
her.
playing?
I am Joseph Hussein Biden, playing the role of Seth, who is playing the role of Olaf, the token he/him artificer human.
Straight
And I
man.
don't know what the fuck is my Roll20 password, so I'm gonna
Ooh.
struggle for a bit.
So since you are Joseph Robinette Biden, you're going to be retiring Olaf and giving your player character to
I'll
a
be
strong
playing
black woman
Kamala
named
Harris.
Alexandre.
A strong 60-year-old black woman
Yeah.
named Kamala Jones Harris.
Speaking of, I'm kind of glad that happened. Her first campaign speech, first good political speech I've heard in North America since like 2008.
Low bar.
It's because,
Very, very
low
you know
bar.
why? It's because she's
Okay.
coherent. It's
Yeah.
because she's coherent. She's
She's
not
not.
70 plus.
70.
Yeah.
She's not
Uh,
older than Israel.
But no, like, hey, fuck yeah, fuck Israel. Anyway, ooh, YouTube auto censors might delete this VOD since I said that. Anyway, moving on. We're playing Tomb of Annihilation. You guys were clearing out the third floor, the floor of reflection, or what was it called? The vault of reflection. Dealt with a lot of illusory puzzles and duplicates and mirrored problems. A lot of mirror traps on this level. It was very themed. You've found the Beholder with a greater invisibility cast upon him by a Sararak. He's currently fixed Olaf in his anti-magic cone, which you're the last person to hear, Guy. I worked out how cones work in this version of D&D. So I now have a sphere of reference for where the Beholder is facing for the anti-magic zone. It is on the GM layer. I will tell you if you're in it or not. Currently, Olaf is in it, so your magic items are suppressed and your concentration is maintained, but the spell is not in effect. Sven is also in the anti-magic cone, so the sword is currently doused, but if you leave the cone, the sword will reignite. Fenrir is disabled currently because Fenrir is animated by magic. And Lucia is not proficient in longbows at the moment because you are also in the area of effect. That's all you know about that. On your turn, you feel free to move around, and I'll tell you if your magic comes back. The way cones work in D&D is we ignore hypotenuse. It doesn't exist. So if you figure out the diameter of this effect, you'll be able to tell what the Beholder's elevation is. That's why I moved it to the GM layer. So he's at least 15 feet in the air because he's affecting people 3 squares apart. That being said, Riley, you have the first turn. As I mentioned in the pregame, I don't know if I made it clear last time. The sphere that was in the center of the room was held in place using a Nicel's magic aura, which was dispelled. The magnetic effect is still happening. When it fell, the sphere got pretty banged up when it hit the ground, but it is a very resilient sphere. However, you can see you have damaged it. So whether you could break the effect by breaking into the sphere, you don't know, but the sphere is damageable. It just hasn't really come up yet because you guys went right into the Beholder fight, which is honestly a good choice. Take it away, Riley.
Yay. So, considering that there's no way I can reach the Beholder, I'm just wasting my turns if I try. I'm gonna attack the fucking spear. And I'm going to kind of do a little bit of exploring.
Nice.
And I'm gonna go over here and see if my sword ignites.
No.
And I'm gonna keep walking.
It is back on.
Okay, I'm gonna stand here.
Very good. It remains lit.
Yeah. So we know he's at least 20 feet in the air because that was a 20-foot radius. And I'm gonna attack the sphere.
Okay. I will say, you will always hit the sphere. You can't miss the sphere, so you're just rolling for crits. So you can roll your damage.
Okay.
It is immune to fire, so don't worry about that. It's just going to take the slashing damage.
Also, look, it's got my rage damage in there.
Very
I'm
nice.
not raging currently, but it has my rage damage in there.
Fixed. So 8 slashing, is that correct?
Yes, and then I attack it again.
Okay.
I guess I'll just roll
It does not
the
seem to resist the slashing.
14 slashing damage.
Yeah, nice. So you begin hacking away at this thick iron plating. You can tell as you're cutting through it, it's at least a foot thick, which is probably why the Dispel Magic didn't get through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna rah, and just continue doing that.
Okay, beautiful. What about Gondor? Little ranger
Gondor uses his reaction to add acid damage to my attack that I just did.
Okay. Unfortunately, no extra effects on the sphere. But now you know. No, it's immune to fire, immune to acid.
Very fun. Because until I take another
Actually,
long rest,
I might be wrong about
Gondor
that.
is stuck with acid damage.
Acid might actually melt through the iron. I'm going to double check that real quick. Fault of Reflection. We're in area 44B. Way down at the bottom.
And he's gonna bite it. He's just gonna come over here and bite it.
It says
Is
it
there
doesn't
something
resist.
interesting?
It says it would be affected by the fire. That doesn't make sense to me.
I mean,
It's raising the temperature of the iron.
If
so
the
it'd make it
fire
easier
is
to
hot
breathe.
enough, it could be like melted by it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Even if it's not melted, it's raising the temperature and making it more susceptible, that
Yeah,
kind of
that makes
stuff.
sense.
All right, so I'll add the fire again.
Awesome.
So that is an additional 6, correct?
Yes. Was it
And
affected by the acid,
would
or
also
is it still?
the acid would also be applied, but
Okay,
does
I will
Gondor do that
roll.
as a reaction?
Yes.
Okay, then it would apply from the start of your turn.
Infused strikes. When another creature within 30 feet of the Drake that it can see hits a target with a weapon attack, the Drake infuses the strike with its essence. 1d6.
Yeah.
I was reading through that to find the damage.
Gotcha.
It's 2.
Another 2 acid.
Uh,
It looks like
and then
it's just poison and psychic that it is completely immune to, which makes sense.
Fun. And then he's gonna bite, which is 3 plus proficiency bonus.
Are his bites magical?
No.
Okay, so it will resist this damage, but it will still take the physical damage.
Yeah, he's not magical, unfortunately.
Oh, you're in
Okay.
the field of anti-magic anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, so plus 3 plus proficiency bonus.
He will
so
have to
that's
plus
plus
because
7
he doesn't have metal
to
teeth.
hit. Yeah, I'm just doing the math on what I'm rolling. It
Gotcha.
is plus 7 to hit. So 9 plus 7 is 16.
Unfortunately. You don't have to roll if you have a metal weapon, but the AC of the sphere is 20. So to break through the shielding with something non-metal, you have to hit AC 20. So unfortunately, no. He can't meaningfully
He's
damage the
just
metal.
like, nah.
Moving on, Belchor's turn just passed. That's why I had his turn pass, so I could have his legendary actions. I wouldn't have to keep track of his legendary actions. Between sessions, I think as a legendary action, who would he want to stay hidden from you guys, though? Because he can't move until his turn. I think he's going to bypass his legendary action, because I think he wants to try to keep the anti-magic effect going long enough. Olaf, your turn.
Am I prone?
Yes, he was dragging you around with telekinesis, but
Well, that sucks. So getting up takes half my movement.
so you'll have 15.
So if I want to move without taking damage,
Yeah, you'll be half speed if you want to move through here.
so I
without
have
taking damage.
5 foot.
Oh, speaking of which, you would have had the movement to get there, right, Riley? Because Sven has crazy movement.
I
Yeah.
have 40 feet.
Yeah, you're
and
good.
I think the amount I moved
Yeah.
wasn't enough to.
Yeah. So Olaf, you would be able to move a square and a half. So we'll round up to 2 squares, because new D&D rounds up apparently. So if you want to move 2 squares,
Yeah, well, so, question, Riley, you were here, right? Like here? Or where were you? I'm just trying to triangulate where this fucker is.
Yep. I believe Riley was here. Is that correct?
Here? And that was the point where the...
So
Okay.
I think, yeah,
Alright, okay.
those 2 squares were non-magical.
And then Gondor, then Gondor moved into my space to gnaw.
Yeah. Also, I will tell you the ceiling is, you're essentially in like the inside of a disco ball here. So the outside edge of the room is like 15 feet, and then it slopes up to 50 feet in the dead center. So the
Yeah, I'm just trying
the
to figure
largest
out-
radius possible is 25
Do we know
feet.
exactly when Sven exited the anti-magic field?
With that path, it was
And
the
I got
last
here.
square.
That was here.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
So those 2 squares are not affected.
If this could be above me, then basically I want to move in a way that would provide like good data, basically.
Yeah. Well, you know that Sven moved through 3 squares.
I'm gonna.
So you
I'm
know.
gonna get up and then 10 feet of movement. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, very good. As soon as you enter that square, Belchose becomes visible again. He is hovering 20 feet right above your head.
Fucking do it. Okay, awesome. I'm
So-
now gonna fucking heal myself because holy shit.
Very
Oh
good.
my god, that sucks.
And then Fenrir is deactivated because of the anti-magic cone. Your bonus action was to heal yourself, is that right?
Let me just check. I believe it will be. It's in my action. I'm
Also,
gonna cast it as a second level
it's
cure
a
wounds.
cone, so I change it to a circle. So the outside corners of that square there, I would rule that you'd get most of your magic effects. 'Cause they're
Okay.
it's less than half the square in the circle.
Yeah.
There you go. In that case,
So-
since he's visible, he's gonna legendary action eye-ray you, Olaf. After you heal yourself,
That sucks.
because
Okay, well.
he's doesn't like you. That is eye ray
not
number
my
1,
guy!
which is a charm ray. So give me a wisdom save, please.
1 second. I'm healing myself for 12 first. This fucker gonna wait. Wisdom saving throw?
That's a DC 16 wisdom save.
I got a -1 in these, so I'm charmed.
So as soon as the eye ray hits you,
1 second. I have 1 second. I have
okay.
inspiration from last time.
You do
What's
Roll
the
that
DC?
16.
Yeah.
16.
So you could do
Decent
it.
chance of making it?
Your level.
I have
So
I
it's
could use my
D10.
last
Or, sorry,
flash of genius.
Fuck. What's
and then that would
the
be a 14.
what's the bard's inspiration die at
I
level 10?
think it becomes the D10 at 11.
Okay, so it's still a D8.
Hmm.
So you could
So
do
if I
it.
roll my D8 first and then see if I need to use my flash of genius.
I mean, yeah. You just have to use your inspiration before you know whether the effect works or not.
Well, I
It
know
doesn't quite
DC
work
is the
with the
problem.
DC, but go for it.
Oh, well, I don't need my flash of genius. I
Oh, well, there
pass.
you go. You passed it. Yeah, so you narrowly dodge the charm effect. You probably would have been made to draw the fairy fires. This is a good for you. Abby, it is
I
your
mean, he's gonna look
collective
at
turn.
me next.
Probably.
You think you can charm me? Have you seen how hot my wife is?
He
I
says
just want
that.
my
Okay,
gold locket
just-
with a picture of my wife.
She's not hot. I'm hot. You just can't see it because of the magic effect. I'm gorgeous. You're all hideous little maggots. I'm a beholder. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread.
What the fuck is sliced bread?
You'd
I'm
know
gonna
if you
fight-
were remotely
We
intelligent.
have sliced bread, don't we?
I just like the idea that medieval people just did not have sliced bread and they just had to fucking tear it or eat the whole
They
loaf.
don't have.
Yeah.
They have knives.
All right. Flying like
Wait, hold on. Have you ever tried roasting bread? It's like cooking bread again. It's
Flying
amazing.
through
I
the
bet
air.
actually sliced bread was invented in 1928.
flying through the air like
What
Paladin,
the fuck?
the Knight Radiant.
It's an industrial. When
Elspeth
people
flies over.
when people say sliced bread, they don't mean bread that is sliced. They mean bread that's sold already sliced. It was an industrial
Yeah, I don't
process
know how
that
to
they
do that. I don't
used.
know how to do that. What do you mean?
Riley is muted, but Riley just had a revelation. Do you feel enlightened, child?
I mean, they probably cut it before, but pre-sliced bread, amazing.
Oh, hey, who'd have thought an autistic person not understanding a commonplace idiom as a metaphor? Who would have thought? It never happens.
Yeah, I'll fly over to the bastard.
Absolutely. Yes. So you would also
and
be 20 feet up?
Yep.
Good to know.
I'll reshape the radiant javelin into a glaive, and I'm gonna fucking get him.
Go for it. Ooh!
A 21 and a 17.
So the 17 will miss, but the 21 will absolutely hit.
Okay.
So with this glaive of lightning, you slash into it.
That is 21 radiant damage.
21. Yeah, a grievous wound. Nasty purple beholder blood splashes onto the shattered glass below.
Nice, that's the... Let me
says,
see, do I wanna...
I'm going to eat you, spicy lady.
That's fucked up, and also my wife.
My wife.
He can try. You know, if it's alright, could I have gone direct, like 10 feet directly above him?
So at this point, he's only got about 5 feet above his head. So you could be 5 squares up, which would put you at the ceiling. Roughly, give or take. Because like I said, it's about 15 feet right at the edge of the room, and then slopes up at like maybe at 30 degrees. So you could be about 5 squares up where you are.
I'll just stay where I am. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, so at 5 squares, I'm just going to put a little marker there so we don't forget. If you don't mind.
Yep, that's fine. Wax Sunray will just Eldritch Blast.
I might be wrong about the height of the room. We'll double check that. As you Eldritch Blast him.
Q.
Sadly. Oh, these are
24.
flat.
Yeah, they should be normal.
24 hits, yes.
Yeah. 9 force.
9 force damage. Blasts into the beholder. He doesn't like that. He is going to take a legendary action. I'm just going to double check about the height of the room to make sure. Where does it say the height of the room? It should tell me how high the room is. I've read it before. I thought it was 50, but I wanted to double check. Because it will be relevant. Words. Read. I can read. This is interesting gameplay. This is an interesting game. I can't see it.
You're good, fam. We're good.
9 force damage. She blasts it. Doesn't like that. I think the Fairy Fire is a problem, but I think having Elspeth in his face is a worse problem. So one of the eyes is going to look in your direction and blast you with an eye ray. Elspeth, we'll see which one. Number 2, which is the paralyzing ray, which is bad because you're in the air.
I do have proficiency in con saves, though.
There you go. So you can make your con save.
Don't brag about your con.
You're okay.
Brag about your con
so you are not paralyzed. You're made in the air.
They call me the con save queen.
He says, I'll call you my tooth queen. I'm good at banter.
I was imagining that the guy's actually saying, that the poet is actually saying good, like, banter.
Oh, look, a biblically accurate sandwich. Thank you, Yusuf.
Yeah, they're looking accurate.
Mia, it is your
I
turn
go
now.
through so much bread.
Hello. So right now I don't have proficiency, right?
No, not currently. But he's 20 feet up, which means it would be a 20-foot diameter sphere, which means you just need to step 5 feet backwards on either side of Sven and you're okay. There you go. You just lean back in your square, and you'll be out of the anti-magic field, and you'll be able to shoot him with your magic effect.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it left. Does it also work?
Oh, the actual leaning doesn't matter. Like 1/3 or 1/3 of this square is the anti-magic field. Is the point? You're out of the range. You're fine.
Okay. Am I gonna hex him or am I gonna just shoot 3 times?
Up to you.
I don't know how hard we smacked him already.
There is
Just
quite a bit of blood on the floor. It's hard to tell because he's still invisible. Just strategy.
Because
very fast.
3 shots with the bow does more damage than 2 shots with the bow and the hex. But if he survives until my next turn, then doing the hex as well would be better. I'll keep it for later. I'm gonna focus and shoot him with my bow.
Okay. Hits.
23 turn. Or 14 plus 3 poison.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
And I'm gonna shoot him again. For 9 and 1 poison. That's clearly less.
Less.
And then I'm gonna use my... Which one was it? Key field attack, 1 key point to make a bonus action attack with my monk weapon, which currently is my bow. For a crit for 19 damage plus 7. That is the look of someone whose boss just died.
Yeah. He could have survived till his next turn. Not with a crit, though. So,
I think the last one just
tell me
goes
how much that
for his
is.
eye.
Tell me how much that is, Mia? Altogether?
The last one?
Like, quickly
19
look at
plus
something.
7.
19 plus 7 is 26.
26.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
Um,
That's so sad.
I think on the,
Yay!
yay! I think on the second to last hit, I
Yeah.
have enough arrows stuck in him, together with like how he spoke and how the magic cone is facing, that I know where the actual big eye in the center is. And then with the last one, I just take like an extra second to aim and shoot it right into the center of the iris. And you can just
All right.
see how the visibility like flickers a bit,
Yeah.
and a bit of the eye just turns to like a goopy green.
Yeah. So with a shriek of pain, this beholder, his eye rays having done no appreciable damage. Actually, no. The telekinesis ray fucked up Olaf.
Yeah.
Most of his eye rays being completely ineffective. This beholder plummets from the sky, smashes, breaking even more glass on the floor as he writhes on the ground, dying. Oh, you. So Lucia got 2 hits and then a crit, which.
I take partial credit for all this because
Ended.
you wouldn't be able to see him if it
Yes.
wasn't for me.
Oh, by
Hey,
the way,
you did the verifier, that is close.
did you remember to take your inspirations, Riley and Yusuf?
Yes.
I use my inspiration for not getting charmed.
Good, because your intelligent spell use was great, and Sven's willingness to just be on fire is also great. This beholder falls from the sky, lands with a splat. I'm going to say the invisibility breaks now, just so you can see the effects of your work. This nasty, writhing, testicle-looking thing, this Mike Wazowski from hell, is squirming on the ground as it dies and then deflates. And you have beaten Belchor's the Unseen. Well done.
So much for the unseen idiot.
Oh, I was gonna do
So that's a CR 13.
Oh, I take it back. Yeah, you can do it now.
So that's 5,000 XP each.
5,000.
Nice.
Oh, sorry.
Each?
That's not. It's 10,000 divided by 5.
That's 2,000.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can do math.
I was just, that was
I
yeah.
have,
I can do
for
math.
reasons, I have this little baby beholder.
He's so cute!
Aw. Remember.
That's a gazer, I think. Because it's only got 4.
He's just so
Aw.
cute. He's just really small.
I love Beholderkin. So yeah, with a splat, Belchor's falls to the ground squirming. With his dying, wheezing breath, he says, "I was going to be Lord of the Tomb, no!" Bleh.
Bleh.
He was also going to turn around and bite you in the face, Elspeth, so that
Yeah.
that didn't get a chance to happen.
Olaf walks over, calls him a cuck, and spits on him.
2,000.
I shared a picture of what beholders look like.
Okay.
You all know what they look like. They're nasty.
They're nasty. They're nasty little guys.
I think if you want to, Sven, you could spend the rest of your time here just hacking the crap out of this iron dome. You find that it's about a foot of iron bolted over about an inch of lead, inside of which is this just this mechanical little like swirling gyros, which produces a magnetic field. It is a It's a magical metal field because it affects non-ferrous metals. But you very easily, as soon as you stop the gears from spinning, You don't even need to deal damage to it. Bust it. Magnetic field's gone.
Sven is just pissed because they didn't get to participate in the real fight.
Yeah. Still,
Although I feel like if the guy was on the ground, he'd be gone very quickly.
Oh yeah, he would have.
beholders are like this for a reason.
Yeah, no, they're squishy.
Okay.
I am glad I got a bow. Literally, like the short rest before this fight.
Yes, that was a very good choice. I thought you did that on
Yeah,
I
purpose.
did not know about this guy.
The
by
turn,
the way.
the turn order worked out really nicely for everybody except for Sven because it was Beholder, Sven, Olaf.
True.
So everybody else could see him.
Yeah. I think
On their turn.
Nare is going to stand over this thing and she's going to shudder and she's going to say, what horrors the world has beyond our home.
Ugly fucker.
Are the eyes mostly intact?
I mean, as intact as snail eyes. They're kind of mushy and gushy. It's like taking an octopus out of the ocean. It just sort of deflates a bit. But yeah, it's like touching a blobfish. But you can try to pluck up an eye if you want to.
Do you want me to roll for something?
Are you looking for something specific? What do you want to do? Are you looking for alchemy supplies, crafting materials? What?
Crafting materials. I want to use it in something.
In
I don't know
something?
what.
Why would you want to do that?
Abby, you remember the part with the Yeti?
Yeah.
The Yeti?
Spencer remembers.
I remember.
I remember almost dying because of it.
Fabled lands.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to do this, Olaf, this would be in the realm of range ring. So I would say this is either going to be a alchemy tools check, or a hunter's tools check, or a survival check. If you don't have such tools on hand.
I'm taking a fast step back before you do that.
First
You
off,
know?
I'd like to look through Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Yeah. Well,
How to harvest
anything
beholder
about-
eyes?
you read the thing about beholders, yeah.
I want to see if there's anything else about, like, beholder corpses, if there's any dangers.
Yeah. I mean, they are creatures of the far realm. So they are nightmare monstrosities, aberrations. I mean, you generally want to fuck with beholder corpses. Like, get a bad roll, I'll say one of the eyes are going to shoot you.
Oh. Oh, that would suck. I mean, I have a +8.
Says a reflex.
1 second. Yeah, I have a +8 to this check.
Okay. So,
Okay, I'm over here if I'm doing this. I'm thinking
So
about
is
it.
this-
I'm really thinking about it.
are you... Oh, you have proficiency in all tools. So if you wanted to make this an alchemy check, you absolutely could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you can use
But-
intelligence for it, right? I think that's another thing artificers can do.
Yeah, so I basically add...
Yeah, so it's basically just an arcana check for you.
Essentially, yeah. It's an intelligence plus, like, double
Proficiency.
my proficiency or something.
Oh,
Is it my proficiency?
is that... Is it... Do you have expertise in all tools, or is it... I thought you were
I'm
just
gonna
proficient
check
in all
that
tools.
quickly.
Not that it really matters, you're gonna get a crazy roll. Watch him get a 1 now.
Let me just look up Artificer and D&D, just because... Tool expertise, 6th level. My proficiency bonus is now doubled for any ability check that you use. So your proficiency... I have a +12 to all tool checks.
Oh, wow, okay. Well... You can go for it.
Because if
You're
I'm
probably
not
gonna
mistaken,
succeed.
it's my double my proficiency plus my intelligence.
I have a DC in mind. You're probably gonna pass it.
Okay, and
So you
then
can roll it anytime you feel ready.
I got a crit.
Yeah, with a 32, you significantly pass the DC of 18. You manage to cut off... What eye stalks do you want?
I want the main one, to be honest. The anti-magic, because I feel like
That's
pretty
the
useful.
big eye, and I think that one was destroyed by the killing blow. I don't think you're going to be able to get that.
Sorry.
Can I just look up a beholder stat log and see what eyes are available to you?
I would say that effect would have ended when it died
Okay.
as well. There's a disintegration. There's a... Each of them replicates a high-level spell effect. So there's a charm, telekinesis, disintegration, power would kill, paralysis, fear, slow, enervating, which is just necrotic damage, sleep, and petrification. Here, I'll just share the stat block with you.
How many eyes am I getting? Just one or like dealer's choice?
With a crit, I'm gonna say all of them. Say 2.
2? What do you think, guys? What do you think I should steal from this beholder? And then make it into
3. You're not gonna be able to combine
Three?
them into one weapon.
Oh no. Just but which ones would be the most interesting to get?
I shared the stat block with you.
Paralysis, probably.
Paralysis, you say?
Yeah, then I'd buff up for all the melee guys, all you guys.
I'll get the paralysis.
Alright, paralysis. You can keep track of this, I'm not going to.
Yippee, I can just gaslight you later.
Probably paralysis, telekinesis, and a death one.
And the disintegration or the death ray?
Disintegration.
Yeah, disintegration has more uses, because you can do that against objects.
Hmm.
Speaking of which,
I'm thinking...
I don't know if I described it properly, but this room is carved out using the disintegration eye ray. That's why the ground is super polished, smooth, and the glass over top of it turned it into a mirror.
I mean, yeah, when we went into this room, we didn't see the beholder. At least the tarp or whatever. Like, he's in here.
Yeah.
He's definitely in here. Yeah, I'll get the paralysis, disintegration, and telekinetic ray.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can make a fucking gravity gun. Like in Half-Life.
Like in GMAT.
I'm going to stab you with a spoon egg.
I love portal gun from GMAT. What sort of is how much treasure is there in this room?
I'm currently tabulating that. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Because I don't want the skull's hurting my feelings.
Yeah. And there's only so many times Olaf can call the skull a cock before he gets called a cock back.
Typing. All right. This one is Abby and Yusuf. Both of you roll me a d10, please.
Whoa, I love D10s. A 1.
Okay.
My guys are covered in sauce. Give me a hot sec.
Okay. Fair enough.
The burger I got is just covered. 4.
4. Okay. All right. So, that would be.
I like that every time they do anything beholder in D&D, they have to make something circular with 10 eye stalks.
Yeah.
Even the fucking room.
It's the fun of it.
There's even like passphrases and shit like that in Dragon Heist.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, there's ambiguity in.
This one is the eye, of course. Ah.
I feel like Olaf is spending all this time while you're calculating just jarring eyes. Like it's not going to be a quick process.
Where is he getting the formaldehyde from?
Yes.
He puts a formaldehyde-covered finger up to his lip and shushes you. You don't ask where the formaldehyde comes from. Why did I momentarily turn the Lumion?
You're carefully picking your way through the shattered glass. There are 100 candles in this room. The candles, while they're in this room, don't burn down. They don't seem to be magical at all. But these tallow candles cannot be extinguished while in this room, except by magical means, and they do not go down while in this room. So you're in dim light throughout this room without even having to worry about it. As you pick over the treasure, this is what you find. In total, there's 12,000 copper pieces, 5,000 silver pieces, 2,200 gold pieces. There's 3 painted gold masks sized for children, shaped like the faces of a bat, a monkey, and a parrot, with 75 gold pieces each. There's a clay chameleon statuette covered in crystal beads that change colors. Oh, I missed one. There's also a gold coronet shaped like an octopus with mother-of-pearl eyes. That is worth 2,500 gold pieces. There is loose gemstones equaling 5,386 gold pieces. There is a potion of diminution, a bead of force. There is adamantine half-plate, a scroll of minor illusion, and a scroll of summon demon. Summon greater demon.
Summon greater demon.
That's a 4th level. And those are wizard spells, so I'm going to rule that you can cast them even if they're not on your list, Olaf. Because they're intelligence-based. So I will
boppity boopity. Is it
share
basically
these...
like following IKEA instructions for Olaf?
Basically, yeah. So this is... I'll share these with you so you can actually read them. Okay, you have Potion of Diminution already. Bead of Force, show to players. Potion of Diminution just gives you the reduce effects of enlarge reduce for a certain amount of time if they need to concentrate. Bead of Force is basically just force, just 1.
Oh.
But if you throw it wherever it hits, it takes 5d4 force damage.
And they're imprisoned if they fail to save.
Yeah. So
They can
it's
have
Every
you
pop
like
rocks.
basically the magical pop rocks. The adamantine half plate it's not a +1 armor or anything. It is just
half plate,
crits, right?
a half plate made of adamantine, which negates crits. So if you are hit with a critical hit, it is no longer a critical hit while wearing this half plate. Do I have an entry for adamantine armor? I do. There you
That's
go.
helpful for people other than me.
I can wear armor. Like, half my stuff doesn't work if I have armor on.
Yeah.
Me
Unfortunately.
and you.
Then again, Scroll of Minor Illusion, which is a wizard cantrip. Scroll of Summon Greater
And
Demon,
no one has
which is a
proficiency.
4th level
I think I'm
wizard
the one
spell.
with proficiency in
Yeah, I think Olaf's the only one that has a use for that.
Okay.
where they are.
There's also a few sheafs of magical paper, which have squiggly runes on them that you can't quite make out just glancing at them. So, if you would like to try to decipher these notes, if any of you are a warlock with Eyes of the Runekeeper, you can just do that. I don't think Nari has that invocation. So
It's one of my favorite ones. That is unfortunately never useful, and when it is, you don't have it.
yeah, I always take it because, duh, it's good.
Honestly, I wish they would just do it even differently with the
It should just
water
be-
stuff. Like the one that everyone always takes to have a good build, just give them to him, and then have actually interesting stuff like the
I was
Eyes
about to
of
say,
the Runekeeper.
Eyes of the Runekeeper should just be a 1st level class ability.
Like, everyone in Commander should start with a Soul Ring, because they already have one in their deck.
Okay.
I am for banning that fucking piece of shit card.
Do any of you speak Deep Speech?
Nope.
I'm just checking
Not on this
but I don't think so. I think I just speak Giant and Dwarf, and Common, of course.
Abyssal.
Not.
That is very far from the speech.
Yes.
I speak medium, short, and tall.
No. Deep Speech is the language of the Far Realm, which is aberrations.
Beholders and tentacly things.
Yes. And also of the Deep Ocean, because Deep Space and Deep Ocean are basically the same. Thank you, H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, so fuck you, HP Lovecraft. Why'd you hate air conditioning?
because
Black
he had such severe anxiety. Apparently, he made friends with a black person later in life and talked about regretting some of his early racism, but that's not particularly important.
Our problematic boy had a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. I'll forgive H.P. Lovecraft his racism because legitimately, literally anything outside of his office, his unair conditioned office, was like death to him. So I'll give him a pass on that one.
We can excuse racism.
Yeah, none of
We
you speak
draw a line.
use speech. However, looking at this, you could tell there's psychic energy to it. So if anybody would like to try to decipher the deep speech, regardless, you are welcome to try to do so by making a wisdom ability check.
No, it's probably gonna be some stupid shit like if you try to read this without knowing deep speech, you get
It'll
his
be
personality cloned
if you are
into
proficient in insight, you can attempt to using insight.
I mean, I'm no Rory, but
Also, have we with the 5,000 gold piece plus worth of gemstones in here? Have we hit the 5,000 gold piece gemstone threshold?
Was it 5 or 10,000?
It's 10,000 total to break the curse.
Yeah. Because so we have the 5,000 loose gems and then the gold coronet thing, which would be that's enough with what we've already got.
Very
I can
good.
tally up exactly what I'm using.
So the golden skull goes, yum 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 yum, delicioso, and then pop, it's gone. So you're no
Fuck
longer
that
cursed.
guy.
He returns to
What
the
is
pedestal
it?
to curse the next person that
Dora the
touches him.
Explorer character?
He is now.
Yes. Asirak has ventured many planes in order to build this dungeon, including the fucking TV channel
He says,
that they got Dora the
Root
Explorer
skull,
on.
root skull, root skull. Let's go. Boop. Vamonos.
Vamonos, cuck! And then, yeah.
My childhood.
and
So
you just ate enough that you would never have to work a day in your life, and
Exactly.
neither your children or
So you
grandchildren or
lost-
grand-grandchildren or grand-grand-grandchildren.
10,000
We
gold
still have a
pieces
lot of
worth
money.
of gemstones gone. Keep that in mind if you need to tally up that treasure for any particular reason. Moving forward.
Yeah.
Were you going to give me an insight check to try to read the paper, Mia? Or did you want to pass?
Does anyone else feel like doing this?
No.
Elspeth
You are
isn't going.
extremely
so-
insightful.
Don't say it like that. I always roll bad if you do.
You should have inspiration. I don't think I have.
I don't have inspiration. You didn't give me inspiration like 5 sessions.
It'll be funnier.
I mean, I'm proficient in insight. I'm not doing
I mean, if I did now turned into like a tentacle thing, it would be really funny, and that should be giving inspiration, right? Anyway, I will go over to the
I will say,
Olaf.
you know enough shit at this point. It's probably just going to be psychic damage if you fail.
Okay, give me the thingies.
As
I
long
will
as
take
you're
a
not
look
on
at
death's
them.
door, it should be okay.
I look at the Viola guy. You know, Nari, my mother actually used to work for a guy like this. Said he was very superiority complex, always thought that he was better than anyone else. He wasn't even running his own crimes organization. Like, he had like 10 people, he called them like his eyes. And literally every single one of them was just using him for their own good. She said it was hilariously funny.
That is my favorite part about that particular dungeon. Nobody in there actually works for Xanathar. They're all spies for different organizations.
Wait, actually?
Basically, all the named NPCs in Xanathar's hideout, they all work for other factions.
Like, some of them are Zentarum, some of them are Harpers, I think.
Yep.
One of them is from Vecta, if I remember right.
So, Wisdom Insight check. I'm not going to tell you the DC in case you need to use an inspiration or have Flash of Genius or
I
whatever.
still don't have an inspiration.
15. Do you feel confident with a 15? Or do you
I have no chance to change it in any way, shape, or form.
We do have a Flash of Genius in the house, possibly, potentially,
Which I think is useful.
Wait.
if you have one left.
I have one left, and I think we
I
probably
would
might
like that,
rest
because
after
most of
this.
the DCs against
Oh.
Weholder was 16.
Olaf looks over his shoulder while wearing like a bandana as a mask, like an oil-soaked rag. You know, this fumes are really toxic around with
like a
everyone
moth
around him
grease?
not wearing masks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way, that word means cuck.
Okay.
And I'll do work that in somehow.
Okay.
Do you
so
think
that
that this
solves
one
it.
looks more like a slithery snake tentacle, or more like a snail eye stalk?
with the flash of
That's
genius?
actually a grass leaf.
Yeah, there you go. With the flash of genius, you're 19, which is good because the DC was 16, so you don't take a
knew.
D10 of psychic damage,
Meh,
which wouldn't have been that bad, but you know.
that's okay.
This is a bit of homebrew because there's a floor of this dungeon that has no hints for it, and some of the puzzles on that dungeon are fucking deadly. So instead, I've given you this little hint for the 5th floor. So Belchors's notes. These were inscribed using psychic power. So White's lair above, hidden from my sight. Oh, I gotta say it in a hit voice. White's lair above, hidden from my sight. Their leader is the architect. I will disintegrate. No guardian below. Ripe for the conquest. Powerful undead, though. Cannot charm. 5th floor is shrouded. God in the lake. Have to be cautious. Serac doesn't like divination. Fool failed to guard against my mirrors, though. So, the following are hints to puzzles on the 5th floor that Belchors was able to glean using some scrying stuff in this room of mirrors. When the behemoth turns, lose a soul to gain the cup. Only the exposed one shall seize the circle. Who aligns the orbs shall spin fortune's wheel. And finally, the traitor always lies thrice.
Huh.
So these are hints for puzzles on floor 5 of the dungeon.
I would like lies. Thrice.
Thrice.
I would have sausage rolls thrice.
Thrice. The
2 or
English
3 sausage
3.
rolls.
Or sorry, the what is it? The German 3, English 3.
The German 3 is with the thumb, index, and middle finger.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, isn't that Inglorious Bastards?
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah, it's
make
an
claws?
Inglorious
Yeah.
And it's
so
funny
cool
because the first time I watched it, I was like, no one shows a 3 like that. And it was a plot point. I was very happy about it.
Weird thing is, I grew up with all 3. Primarily, we seem to do this one. We do this one over here a lot.
I also like, I don't know if it's online, but the Maasai people have their own number counting system on their fingers by like bending their fingers and stuff.
Oh, with
It's
the
super
digits.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
That's apparently how the Babylonians counted as well, which is why they had a base 60 number system. Because something with all their digits. I think that's how that worked.
I don't know. It was super cool. A kid was like doing it. Just like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like pouncing. It's like, oh my god.
It looked very funny.
It's like that. It's like that science fiction book, where language informs the way you think about the world. So we have trouble with Babylonian math because we don't think in terms of base 60 anymore because we have a different system of counting. Just like the aliens, who think outside of linear time. It's not.
The funny thing is, the base 16
Jeremy
one is very
Barry.
fucking useful in IT.
Yeah, that
Because
will
it's
check out.
actually... Yeah.
Also, it fits better onto circles than 10 does. 10 doesn't really dissolve into a circle very well. Okay. Well done, guys.
Yay. Does the door open or do we have to force it open?
I didn't have a mechanism in mind for how it worked. So yeah,
Is it gonna be
I
a
would say
switch now that we
when it
could've opened
dies,
earlier?
yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a switch on in the middle of the ceiling that he would open with his telekinetic ray, so you can just fly up there and open it. Yeah,
Do you want to have
have
a
your way
rest
up?
in here? Because it is a secure room.
Resting in here wouldn't be a bad idea.
It is also a room completely covered in glass shards.
Yeah, but we have a folding shelter that will just sit on top of it.
True.
There.
Would you have destroyed the magnetic device, by the way? I didn't confirm that.
After breaking it open,
Gotcha.
Olaf would like disarm it like a bomb technician and then steal all the components.
I think Sven was doing it, so I'll leave it up to Riley, whether Riley wants to claim
Oh
it.
yeah, if Sven wants to completely destroy it, I will kill it back.
Sven got to it first. You were going after the eyeballs.
Sven, can you please leave? Oh no, it's already broken.
Yeah.
Don't break
Yeah,
the
they're-
fingers.
they're-
I want
they're
you to
working
walk
out their
the
frustration.
Oh,
So is this long rest time?
Yeah,
I think
I
so.
will see if there's any like recoverable materials I can use to upgrade Fenrir. Well, narratively, I don't mean like.
It's iron and lead. And then the
That's
inside
good.
there's
That's good materials.
let's say they're electrum, some concentric electrum rings that were spinning to create like a gyroscope that was producing the magical field.
That's cool. I like that. He'll be taking pieces and then slowly upgrading Fenrir.
So maybe you'll have
Narratively.
100 pieces worth of raw electrum, or 100 gold pieces worth of raw electrum, which is, what is that?
Is that 50 Electrum?
Yeah, 50 electrum.
No, that's 200 Electrum.
200
Oh,
electrum.
is it?
That's right. It's the
I
stupid.
thought Electrum was between.
It's the stupid 50-cent piece. Of the
Yeah,
EV
between
money
gold
system.
and silver. So if you have 100 gold, you have 200 Electrum.
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. I thought it was between platinum
Effectively
and gold.
dimes.
50-cent piece actually.
But yeah,
It's
or
equivalent.
sorry, it's similar to a nickel but higher.
Yeah. Anyway,
Value.
well done. Do you want to set up the folding shelter?
Yes.
1 second.
Good choice.
Will this damage? Would this floor set up the damage the floor you shelter? Or
No.
would it be fine?
It,
then we're
it,
good.
it magically appears on top of whatever you're setting it on top of. You do need to have a flat cleared space, but I mean, you could put the shelter around any of the walls and it'll be flat enough to function. You can also just like take a minute to sweep the glass flat and it will work as well. Not a big deal. I've lost track of what time it was. I feel like you guys didn't have a long rest at all on this floor.
No.
No.
So it's
Have we
probably
even
been
had a long rest?
you have had
in the
2 short rests on this floor though.
And question:
So
have the hags come for us yet? Have
they would have come
do
to
they
you
know
last
that we're
night,
in-
but you were inside the false tomb, so they couldn't have possibly found you. So I think, with that in mind, it's probably going to be around 8 p.m. at this point, because with 2 short rests, that's 2 hours out of the day. Adventure for 3 to 4 hours in between short rests. That works out roughly. So this will advance the clock to whatever extent that means. So at the end of this short rest, it'll be day 46 since the Soulmonger was turned on. But you guys can feel free to start your short rest. Tell me, how do you secure this room, and how do you
Short
take
rest
your
or
short
long rest?
Or sorry, long rest. That's what I meant to
The
say.
room is already secured, so I think we just
So you can
I'll
Folding
do a
shelter.
perimeter check just to see
Flip-
if there's
flip
any
that lever
other
in the
points
ceiling?
of egress.
flip that lever in the ceiling to close the door, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And then I'll do a perimeter check to see if there's any other points of egress. If
Absolutely.
you'll make a perception check.
Yeah, you can make me a perception check, please. And you can have some help if you want somebody.
We
to
should grab the all the eyes, the crystal eyes from the lock before we.
They were
Okay.
teleported back
No,
to
they
their locations
magically,
in the dungeon.
Oh,
Yeah, after they're used,
Never
they
mind.
return to where they started.
I got 17 with advantage.
Not bad. By the way, the same thing would have happened to the puzzle cubes. As soon as they're used, they teleport back to their shrine location. With a 17 perception check, you're looking around. You don't see any other ways in and out of this room here. I will say the other thing with the 17. Those spots of alien growth on the floor, where the growth is reflected in the mirror of the ground, it's hard to see now because the mirror is mostly shattered. But you can vaguely see other parts of the dungeon. It looks like the alien growth in here is what he used to extend his vision to other parts of the dungeon, which would hypothetically include places where this mold incursions to other floors of the dungeon. And that effect does still seem to be happening to some extent, but undirected.
Can I? Oh, so right. I will do another check to basically say, is he definitely dead now? Can he recover like a starfish, or is he 100% dead?
Given what you read in Volo's Guide to Monsters, dead. These are, with all of their nightmare powers, they are still flesh creatures.
Right. So it's more or less that they still operate like an autonomous limb. But
It's more likely that this is the origins of what would eventually be layer abilities. He hadn't been here long enough to establish layer actions and regional effects, but given another decade or so, he would have full layer actions and regional effects.
Right. So that begs the question: when the timeline of how this dungeon was set up.
With the way that layer action and regional effects go, they take a long time to begin, take a long time to fade. So if he's been here like a decade, these will fade over the course of the next like 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, regional like effects are generally like dragons and beholders that live forever.
Sufficiently powerful legendary monsters, basically. If a legendary monster sets up shop somewhere for long enough, they'll affect the area around them.
Well, good to know. We'll have to think of some regional effects for our stuff, because we'll become a monster adventuring party.
Yeah, just, one of you will have to ascend to some sort of divinity. And there you go.
There's a little.
Give it a long enough time scale, but a Batman this shit.
Followers.
I mean, I could see Olaf becoming a lich.
Olaf could become a lich. Sven will become a dragon.
There you go.
Hear me out. I mean, we joked about it earlier, but Olaf and Elspeth could become fire and thunder giants.
Lucia will become a Githzerai and move to the plane of limbo, where she will just have an entire adamantine fortress, all in place by her own will. Elspeth will be the normal
very
one.
Lucia.
Elspeth's the only one that actually stays like human.
Yeah.
Elspeth is just going to become a trad wife.
No, that's like the equivalent of like Top Bayfong becoming a cop.
Yeah, but Elspeth is one of those fake trad wives where it's like she wears like 3 inches of makeup, lives in like a $30 million home, and like has full manicures anytime she cooks. So very clearly, this is a woman that never cooks. Conservative influencer. So that is what you find out about the room, Olaf. Is there anything else anybody wants to do for precautions for tonight? Or do we want to go into watch order?
Do people already need a long rest? This is weird coming from Lucia, but Lucia is doing perfectly fine.
It's
I would like to
my
get some.
HP.
Yeah, it's mostly HP.
See where I'm at with my consumables.
And all my hit dice are gone.
Ranges mid on HP.
And all my hit dice are gone, and nearly all my spell slots are gone. Like I have no third level
we're
spell
basically
slots
out
anymore.
of healing potions as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I should have gotten a fucking jug of alchemy. I don't know if that makes healing potions.
If you
but
would like
I'll
to
try.
continue adventuring today, and not risk the clock turning over and possibly making the end fight harder, we could do an optional rule, which is an expedited long rest. So you could complete a long rest in 4 hours. It's just all of you would have to pass a con save, or you would have an exhaustion level gained.
Well, that's risky though.
Exhaustion
It's
levels
risky.
are really bad.
But also, some of you are really good at con saves.
I don't want. I would rather. I mean, I can take a short rest there technically.
Oh no, you're not an elf anymore, so you don't have your 4 hours.
And you can also just, not get hit, and then you'll be fine. One of you wears adamantine half-plate now, so...
And I'm full hit dice. So
Yeah, my AC is
how
not
the turns
changed, by
are
the way.
playable.
It's still 17.
Oh, okay. But you are unaffectable by critical hits.
Yeah, but the reason I got so low is because of the disintegration ray.
Yeah.
And also being absolutely...
Yes.
I don't know what to compare it to. My only thought is the boys with A-Train and Blue Hawk.
Yeah. My first thought was Invincible, honestly. Mark being held through the train, yes.
Yeah.
Or honestly,
Well,
Punisher
specifically-
with Jigsaw Man. Anyway.
Jigsaw Man?
Yeah, that's not important. We're playing a game of D&D. If you don't want to take a long rest, that's perfectly fine. You can take a short rest. Again, if you don't have hit dice to spend, that's not going to be particularly helpful for some of you. But you can do that instead, and then keep moving.
We're gonna have to take it on a long rest at some point in this dungeon.
I think this is the safest place we have for a long rest. I think.
Yeah, that's probably our best bet.
And it's gonna take over no matter what. And then maybe we can do an expedited long rest next time, but I think this is our best chance.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good for doing a long rest.
Okay. In that case, give me a watch order. Do we want to break it into 4 or 3, or how do we want to do this? Or 2? I think it's 4.
Do 4 for safety.
Right. So
Olaf will take the last one. So
Olaf is
what I
last.
like to call morning watch.
Gotcha. I think the way it usually goes is Sven, then Lucia, then Elspeth, then Olaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So Riley, tell me about the first part of the night, the first 2 hours of this long rest. What do you do?
Well, Sven does the usual thing. It's on top of the, Sorry. Had to stretch. They sit on top of the shelter with the snakes and just kind of tap their claws.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Forward.
Very good. Well, you can give me a perception check if you're just sort of you're staying awake in this dimly lit dim candlelit room with broken mirror shards everywhere, feeling like you're inside of a disco ball.
Yeah. Now that Gondor has an intelligence equivalent to mine, can they give me advantage?
I think so. Yeah, he can give you the help action for this.
Yeah. Perception. 19.
19.
It's a good thing I have advantage because that
Pretty
first
good.
one is.
So you don't actually sense much. You found a very secure room. You killed a powerful boss creature that was made this place to be secure for his own paranoia. Although you did roll high enough, those spots of aberrant growth around the edges of the room catch your eye. Because as I said, where that aberrant growth is reflected, what you see is just like sort of gooshy, like a texture pattern in a PS2 video game, where like it's just sort of shifting goopy patterns when you look at it. In the reflections of the mirrors in this room, you see different places in the dungeon, dim and unclear because of the shadowed effect and undirected. I think with a 19, though, you catch sight of... It lingers for a moment, which is what catches your eye. There's a very large, wide chamber with a number of thrones, and there are hunched figures shuffling around those thrones. Would you like to go over and examine this particular vision, or do you want to let it be?
They're bored. They're gonna go look at it.
Very good. With that... very good. I lost the spots. You can go over and peer into it. So what you see... it looks like a throne room. You're having trouble peering in, so what I'm going to want from you is an insight check. And because this is your brain trying to tap into the psychic abilities of the beholder, I don't think Gano's going to be able to help you with this.
No.
But if you want to give me an insight check to try to force
15.
the arcane eye, with a 15, not quite. The DC for controlling the arcane eye is a 16 for future reference. So all you can really see is somewhere else in this dungeon there is a vaulted chamber with what looks like a sunken floor. And again, 3 thrones with shuffling figures around the thrones. I think the last thing you see before the vision fades is one of them is going to turn and face where the arcane eye is in this room elsewhere in the dungeon. And you get a really nasty looking sight. And I'd like you to give me a wisdom saving throw. As this creature looks at you, its eyelids are completely... its eyelids and its mouth is completely stitched shut. There is some kind of bloated zombie here. And it's bloated and distorted. Its eyes and mouth are sewn shut. As it turns to look at the arcane eye, you see that one of its little, very thin-fingered, bony hands is holding a paintbrush, and its robes are just covered in splatters of pigments. What you got on your wisdom saving throw?
Apparently the saving throw area is broken, so I'm gonna have to roll a d20.
Whoops.
14.
14, okay.
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations on that.
Good idea.
remind me what I'm rolling.
That's a D8.
That'll bring me up to a 22.
So you are not frightened at the sight. So whenever you get to this part of the dungeon, you will not be frightened while in this room. Good for you.
Just a little unnerved.
So somewhere in the dungeon, there's a wide room with 3 thrones that have undead artists in it. And you're not afraid of those artists.
I appreciate art. Sven, after that, Sven is a little unnerved, though, and they're going to go back into the shelter, and they're going to kind of mess around with those, the gold masks, because they are a child, so
Very good.
theoretically they can wear them, but they're like, oh, my face is the wrong shape.
Moving on, Lucia, you can take over. Would you like to leave Nari to sleep, or would you like to take her on your watch?
How tired did she look?
I don't think she was damaged, actually, so probably not very tired.
No. I mean, we would do the thing that we always do, which is snuggling.
True.
Always snuggle when you can.
So the question is, do you want her distracting you from your duties, or do you want her to bring her with you?
I'm perfectly fine in here. I would say yes.
Okay.
And I will remind the people about the hacks
True.
that are nightmare haunting us. So I
will
would
say,
actually, considering we are decently safe in this room, more focus on watching the people if any of them seem to have nightmare hauntings.
yes. I will say, you guys are going to bed at 8 p.m., which means you'll wake up at 4 a.m., which means if the nightmare hauntings outside happened around 3 a.m., if that pattern holds true, it'll be on Olaf's watch. However, you're inside the tomb, who knows? They might not even be able to find you.
It could even be completely different in
Could
here,
be-
time-wise.
Could be completely different. This is the first...
But yeah, I'm
yeah,
just gonna relax, have a conversation with Nari.
very good. In that
That's
case,
my,
you can make me a wisdom
Yeah.
perception check. Are you inside
13.
or outside the hut?
I would be outside,
Okay.
I think, but with a way to look, but like also looking inside occasionally, like every couple of minutes.
Gotcha. I don't think you would pick up on anything in particular in the room, so no more hints about further in the dungeon. You don't notice anything particular reflected in the goops. Nothing comes to attack you. You're feeling okay.
Yeah, I'm decently certain that we are fine in here. I'm more worried about mental attacks, so
So you trade off as you move over, having had a good conversation with Nare. Nare is just, again, talking about power, what it means. She's really thinking, she knows that what you've heard is on the next floor of this dungeon is where the black opal is, and she wants to get it because it is representative of the power of Chult, and if she can get her hands on it, it'll prove true to her claim of queenship. There's also the skull chalice of Chikagare somewhere in here as well, which she knows can change your fate. I don't know if you've mentioned that for her to know that that's something that Elspeth is seeking. But she's heard of that legend as well. So she would also drink from the skull chalice of Chikagare to change her fate, to be from a forgotten commoner to being a legitimate queen. We'll see. Elspeth, you and your cacophony of psychic sycophants awake. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll start my work. I'll make sure that Olaf is fine and everyone else.
Alright. So you're going to arrange yourself so you can see into and out of the shelter?
I'll mainly focus on everyone inside.
Okay, gotcha. Give me a perception check then. If your main focus is on outside, it'll be a flat roll. Otherwise, it'll be a disadvantage if your main focus is on the inside.
Why is it disadvantage?
Because it depends on where you're focusing your attention.
Okay.
Because you won't be paying attention to outside if your main focus is the people inside the hut.
16.
What I'm telling you is the thing that'll happen is going to be outside the hut.
Okay. 16.
With a 16, you catch sight of one of those reflections that people may have mentioned to you. There is a shattered bit of glass that is angled out in such a way that you can see a bit of a reflection from a different floor of the dungeon. Just at a glance, the thing that catches your eye is... Gotta find the spot on the actual dungeon so I know what I'm describing, what it looks like. Give me a second. Thank you for your patience. Good friend.
All good.
There we go. The thing that catches your eye, you see 4 marble columns in what looks like some sort of grand cathedral. It is quite like a vaulted, almost a Parthenon-looking room that you see reflected in one of these mirrors. Obviously reflected from elsewhere in the dungeon. Would you want to get closer and have a closer look?
I think I will, yeah.
Okay. In that case, you can get up closer. And you can try to give me a wisdom insight check to try to force the arcane eye to focus, to get useful information.
22.
Fuck yeah. So you wrestle control of this arcane eye and have a look around. And you know, somewhere else in this dungeon, an eyeball just popped out of the wall. So in this room, you see 4 marble columns supporting a tall ceiling in a grand tomb. There are twin staircases ascending to an upper gallery where a carving in the form of a giant maze adorns the wall. On the floor of the tomb, there is an opaque crystal sarcophagus, constantly changing color. And there are minotaur murals adorning the walls on the lower level of the tomb. So with all of that put together, give me a history check.
Okay. 13.
I don't think you would remember the thing that would help you decode what you're looking at. So,
Okay.
that's all right. So on a different floor of this tomb, there is what is very clearly a trickster spirit, though you can't guess which at the moment.
Yeah.
This trickster spirit has a ever-changing crystal sarcophagus in the center of the room. First floor is just a shit ton of minotaurs, and one wall is a depiction of a ever-shifting maze. That's all you get at the moment.
Okay.
Give me a charisma saving throw, Mia.
Charisma.
Yeah.
3.
Ooh. You awaken in a cold sweat. You know the Stone Sisters know where you are.
Fuck.
So during Elspeth's watch, this happens.
Elspeth,
Yeah.
I think they know where we are. Actually, I'm very certain they know where we are.
Alright, so I'll keep an eye on us then.
Okay. Your watch comes to a close, with nothing having shown up.
I
Okay.
don't think I would go back to sleep, so I will stay awake and take the exhaustion.
You are a drow. You only need 4 hours of sleep, right?
I'm not a drow.
That's right, you changed your ancestry.
Hexblood. I used to be a drow.
That's right.
But I would definitely not stay awake, stay asleep after that.
Yeah, no. They were basically reaching out with their personalities to try to find you. So you're going to be awake with Olaf during Olaf's watch. So what are the two of you doing for your watch?
Olaf is sitting in the hut with the door open. he's going to rely on hearing for his perception checks outside.
Okay.
As he doesn't really care about the mirrors, he more cares about
Very
making sure everyone gets through this watch without getting haunted. So he's literally just, like, he'll spend a minute looking at someone, spend a minute looking at the next person, then just constantly cycling.
Gotcha.
And he'll just be fidgeting with his hands doing something.
Very good. Very good. You can give me a perception check with advantage then, since Lucia is going to be helping you.
Sure.
I'll mainly focus on, like, stealing my mind if they try to reach out to me again.
Gotcha.
Because I don't know what connection they have to me and what they can do. And the other thing is very diligently watching if anyone is being affected by them.
18.
18. Very nice, very nice. Ooh. You said you were paying attention inside of the room, right?
Yeah, that was mine.
Or inside of the hut?
And
This
then
is
relying
outside of the
on
hut.
Audio. I was relying on audio for...
I mean, we know the hex can get in here, so...
Would have been disadvantaged, but the advantage with the help would have cancelled it out, so it's still an 18. The reason I'm asking, if they're coming at you from the ethereal plane, you would have no way to sense them. However, due to the aberrant nature of the chamber you're in, Olaf, out of the corner of your eye, you catch sight of figures moving in the reflected glass outside of the hut. They are here. You don't know how many, you just saw movement in a reflected bit of glass. So you have a chance to wake everybody up.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do it very quickly and very quietly, so that we can get the jump on these people. As long as combat doesn't go on for longer than an hour, we can still receive the benefits of a long rest, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes. If you survive.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how the fuck they got in here, because I investigated this room. So it's either ethereal, or it's some other point of egress. Or that switch at the top isn't the only switch to get in here. So yeah, I'll go around slowly waking people up, and then...
on the ethereal plane.
I'm gonna sort of wake people up, shush them, and then like point outside, like indicating, like with my whole hand, say like, people out there, and I'll slowly pick up my hammer.
Very nice. Okay. Now, certainly do that. In that case, let's get initiative rolls.
Oh, 1 second. We should probably arrange ourselves as if we're in the hut, right?
Yeah. You could draw yourself a square and place yourselves inside of that.
I would say that the hut's probably back here. Oh shit. Not freehand. I just want a rectangle, like back here. Would that be alright with you guys?
Yeah, that looks good.
Give me a roll on there. I'm changing it to what I actually rolled.
Gotcha.
Since Beyond 20 is broken.
I can't wait to get Gold Experience Requiem, where we imagine that we've like lived the rest of our lives. We're stuck in a freaking like a loop. We're just
Funny
trying
thing.
nothingness.
I would be better off if I just short rested and didn't attempt the long rest, because the way the mechanics work, I now have exhaustion.
It's a weird thing. Like,
Kinda doesn't make sense because I was only awake for like 10 hours.
I mean, to be fair, you could have said you short rested and then we long rested.
Well, no, you don't get exhaustion for failing to complete a long rest. You get exhaustion for not long resting.
Yes.
So
So you would be able to keep
Then I wouldn't have it yet. Then I would have only had a short rest, which gives me back my
Yeah.
E points. Because I only rested for what, 4 hours?
And then the short rest is 1 hour anyways.
Yeah. So I had a lot of short rest And I've been awake for like 14 hours. Technically, the timer was asleep. I wasn't awake. But what do you need to do? Like one long rest every 24 hours or something?
Yes.
So I would get exhaustion sometimes, like halfway through the next day.
Okay. So we will.
I'll try to remember that.
Okay. I'm gonna say you guys saw them, so no surprise round. Sven.
Can we roll a stealth check to see if we manage to surprise them, to catch them off guard?
That's a good point. You absolutely can.
So group stealth.
Only
Yeah.
me and Olaf rolled initiative. Everybody else has gotta.
Oh yeah. Click on your character token and roll some initiative for me, please.
Well, that's 6 stealth isn't helping.
And then once
We'll
you're
see how everyone else rolls.
once you have an initiative roll, I still need one for Mia for Lucia.
Why did it roll twice? Well, I got a 20 on stealth. I have a plus 10 in stealth now, somehow.
It's a bit stupid, yeah.
Oh, it's because my dexterity is stupid.
Did you roll initiative, Mia?
No, I did not. I forgot to click that.
That's okay. What's your duel?
There we go. 80.
So what was your lowest roll?
I got 6. I don't know if that's the lowest.
Oh, that's not great.
It is.
Elspeth hasn't.
Oh, we're rolling
yet.
stealth. Okay.
Try to get that.
17.
Okay.
Nari.
I feel like that's still pretty good.
Oh,
Like,
no, yeah.
Oh, Olaf, you'd be at disadvantage for this as well, unless you already did with disadvantage.
Oh, would I be with medium armor?
Yeah. Half plate's
Okay.
heavy. Isn't it?
Half-plate's
You're
medium
in a
armor.
half
Is
shell.
half plate medium?
Half plate is medium, but it does not have disadvantage, I think, because the other one that has the same armor value does have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. You're good. Ooh, okay.
No, it's still half plate is medium
We
armor,
have,
but has disadvantage.
Oh, it
So
is
we have a
disadvantage,
20, 17, 13, 12, and a 6.
so- yeah, that's...
I got a no. It's a 4. It's actually a 4.
So yeah, no surprise round for you guys. They know you know, and you know they're here, so no surprise round.
I mean, but, maybe I don't get the surprise round, but the rest of the party could. Reasonably, right?
No, they know we're there.
No.
Fair.
Surprise is when you're completely unaware that someone is.
You know
like,
each
just-
other are here. You don't know how they got here. It's a sealed room, and you know that you can't pass their walls with etherealness, which is how they've been fighting you in the past. However, Lucia, Mia, you have the first round. What do you want to do?
I don't know if there's anything I can do. I am gonna prepare to punch the shit out of one of the hags if they, for some reason, go out of the ethereal plane.
Very nice. Alright, so you hold an action to punch the first thing you see that is hostile to you.
Yeah.
Within range, obviously. I think emerging, stepping out of the ethereal plane, is a horrific, hunched hag. She is hunched over. Her head is piled high with dung and mucus and mud, as her head seems to be entirely infested with termites. She grins at you, teeth chittering. Where's the rest of the description of the hags? They're so flavorful.
That's horrific because she doesn't. This one doesn't have like lips or anything, so we just see like head and
Exactly.
tightening.
Oh no, that's just their coven spell casting. I don't need that right now. Anyway, point is, this is the one that's the hive mind. She clicks her teeth at you inside of there, and I think she is going to raise her hand, cackle madly, and she's going to attempt to cast blindness, deafness on Lucia.
Do I see her?
You would, yes.
No, do I want to counter spell
You.
Because it's a low level spell.
I guess
I won't. I'll save it in case I do something really bad.
So, Lucia, you can give me a Constitution saving throw, please, or be blinded.
No, I'm very blind.
So you're blinded for a minute, and she's concentrating now. I believe she's concentrating.
That's not too bad.
I mean, she's about to lose concentration. It's fine, Lucia.
It is not concentration. It's a minute. You save it when she returns. Unless I missed it. Yeah.
Yep.
I know there's no concentration marker on it.
With that, she's gonna say, "You should not have run from us. You would have been a sister."
Are you forgetting that you're always supposed to be 3 and not 4?
We
Also
have
don't want to
moved
be as
beyond
ugly as you are.
such. We have moved beyond such restrictions. We will transcend, become the mothers of gods.
I think that's like literally this theory of every single hag coven that decided, hey guys, what if we went for 4 hags? And then murder ensued.
Action. No.
Isn't the story like every time they try to go above 3, they just murder each other until there is 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
Three is
even
most
at
stable.
3, they tend to kill each other.
Yeah.
I think with that, she's going to step out of range. 5, 10.
Coven should always remain.
Is she moving at full speed?
Is she moving
No.
at full speed?
Half speed. And that passes to Sven's turn.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40.
Oh, very nice.
Attack.
Yeah.
Great. Just attack.
All right. Which weapon?
Flame Tongue Greatsword.
Oh, very nice.
It's my most powerful weapon. Actually, I think Bob is slightly more powerful, but that's not including fire damage. Anyways, bonus action.
I forgot one of her abilities. She does have an ability that triggers at the start of her turn, but I'll do that at the end of your turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I'm scared. I'm going to attack her with bonus action, flame, then attack.
Very nice.
Does an 18 hit?
18 would hit her, yes.
Alright, so I deal 7 slashing and 5 fire damage.
Very nice. So the fire is resisted. You notice that doesn't deal as much as you would like it to. However, the slashing, magical, does all pass.
Lovely. I'm gonna attack again. That is higher, so it will hit.
21 will certainly hit, yes.
Ooh, that's a much better roll.
Much better roll. So that is a total of
15
21. She is going to grimace, and she's going to say, "This doesn't involve you, little one. We're here for the traitor. The experiment gone awry." Oh, by the way,
You drained my hit points for days. I'm getting my revenge.
she chuckles. She's saying all of this with her mouth muffled because this is the one that carries a ring of keys in her jaw. So she's talking the whole time like this. She says, "This doesn't concern you, Dragonborn."
This doesn't concern you, Dragonborn.
Yes, she just chuckles greedily at that. Her ability.
This isn't about her. This is revenge.
Gotcha.
It's not the end of my turn yet.
Okay, sorry.
Because Gondor gets to go,
Okay.
and Gondor has a speed of.
She has a
1 moment.
recharge ability that triggers at the start of her turn. I forgot to use it.
That's very nice.
You
I'm
get to use it
checking-
once
I'm
before she dies.
trying to find the buddy.
Oh,
There
she
he is,
recharges
40 feet. So he was here. He can move 10, 15, 25, 35, 40? Does the speed
If he's
trigger
flying,
going into or out? He doesn't fly.
into.
Like it's
Oh, that's right.
it's
It's Yorm that flies.
weird because like emotionally he's flying, but
Yes.
mechanically he's not.
Yes. So no, it would be half speed, like entering
Okay,
it.
here. 10, 15. Oh, he can reach here. He can reach this
there you go.
spot. Because it goes doop. So he can go there. And chomp.
Very good. Go for it.
Chomp. Do I have any way of... No, I just have to do it manually. Okay, +7. Nope.
Sadly, no. So Widowgrowth's thing is a swarm of insects crawls out of her head.
Oh, fun.
So she spawns a swarm of insects, which now occupies this space. It would follow her turn in initiative, as companions do. So I will have it attack, move into Sven's space and attack Sven.
Gondor says snack.
Yes. Delicious snack. So we get chomp chomps on Sven. Miss. Moving on.
That misses.
So, stepping out of the ethereal plane, right next to you, Sven, is
Oh shit.
Peggy Deadbells. You are immediately struck with a horrific, boggy stench of swamp. It is nasty. So, enters the radius or start their turn there. I think that would count as she steps out of the ethereal. You become affected by her noxious fumes. She is lightly obscured, so you have disadvantage to hit her with range attacks. So you need to give me a Constitution saving throw, Sven. You are fine. And I guess the insects would as well. Insects are going to be poisoned until the start of their next turn.
Heck yeah, they're just hurting themselves.
I love the idea that Widow Grow just goes, yeah, you're killing my little friends. Shit.
So Peggy Deadbells steps out of the ethereal plane. You are hit with this waft of nasty smell. She's just got like bunches of sticks of incense just stuck in like open festering wounds all over her body. All of them are burning, and like her, every time she speaks, just billowing nastiness comes out of her. She's going to look down at you again, just like Widowgrove did. She's going to say, "We're here for the Hexblood. We don't care about any of the rest of you." And you see, she hobbles past you with a peg leg. 5, 10. She's going to leave your range, Sven, so if you want to take out everything attack to slash at her.
I'm saving my reaction.
Gotcha. The fumes do go around corners, so Olaf, Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. I will base my witticism based on his results.
You're okay.
16?
So she is going to peer around, like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, sort of a grin, as she grabs the edge of the door frame, peers in, and just grins at the lot of you wickedly. Makes this awful laughing sound. She hasn't left Gondor's range. She's right next to him. She's
Poison.
going to... Oh, thank you, because he's not immune to poison.
Gondor is poison.
Poisoned until these... what did I say? Start of their next turn. That should be end of their next turn. I did
No,
miss
Well,
my...
it's when
No, it triggers
when
at the
they-
beginning of their
when they
turn.
Start, yeah, it triggers it on their turn, so it's until the start of the next turn.
Gotcha. Thank you. I did write it correctly. I took some inspiration for these. Also, I've had Night Hags get trounced in the past. So, she's going to point at a point in the center of the chamber here. She's going to cast Stinking Cloud. I believe you've used your counterspell already, or were you saving it?
No, I saved it.
Might be time.
So I
she
will
points in the middle of the
counterspell
room and
that.
she says, "I think the lot of you could use a bit of my incense. Calm your nerves."
I don't think so.
All right. So counterspell, it does not kick off. She does not have one to counter with. Very good. Elspeth. Her turn, I don't think there's anything else special about her. Nothing else special about her. So it is now your turn, Abby. She remains there, peering into the room, chuckling.
Banishment doesn't work here, does it?
You have no idea. You know that Arcane Gate and Dimension Door, the teleporting where you can't see, has had restrictions. You don't know if banishment would be covered by that because you have no frame of reference yet.
But hear me out. That usually indicates the person being affected by the teleportation. So we could send them to a really funny place in the dungeon.
Also, the Jinn did plane shift out with seemingly no repercussions.
Yeah. She didn't seem distressed that she was teleporting out.
Although
I
you
would
would know
try...
that she instant transmissions to the death box.
Yeah, I will try casting banishment on her.
That's gonna be charisma save, right?
Give it a sec. It's doing the
I
thing.
believe it is.
It is a charisma save.
I love off-brand saves. Everything's wisdom saves or dex saves. We want more interesting saving throws, wizards. Get on it. That is an 18, so she meets it.
I will
unless
cast.
you.
I will cast Silver Grab.
Excellent.
You already used
She
your
has
reaction on
magic resistance.
counterspell, didn't you?
Resets at the start of her turn. She has magic resistance, so she would have had advantage on that.
Okay.
So
Right.
I'll just reroll with the silvery barbs then.
Yep.
Okay, she fails.
Who's getting the advantage?
Yeah, who gets the advantage?
Lucia will get advantage to save against her blind stuff.
Unfortunately, I will have to attack first, and that will use it up.
Yeah.
And I will get neutral anyway because I went to
That's fine.
So what does
fine.
banishment look like? You cast it on what's her face? That one-off character that nobody really cared about or loved.
Tell me a reason why you shouldn't leave right now. And then
It is her basically willing them out of existence and forming like a radiant sigil on the ground.
Gotcha.
And
she's like, nah, bitch.
as she continues concentrating, the sigil carves itself physically into the ground. And once it's physically carved, then the minute is up and the banishment is permanent.
Gotcha. In that case, she begins fizzling. It looks like there's just electricity crackling, and wherever the electricity crackles, her body disapparates. She's just going to laugh, and she's going to say, "Fight all you want, we'll just make a better one." And then with a thwop, with a zapping sound, she is banished. Banished.
Fuck her. Not literally.
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
So you're concentrating, Abby?
Tyrion.
Or Elspeth?
Yeah.
What is Nare going to do?
Nare will do a little pew pew, a little Eldritch Blast on
poo-poo?
Hive Mind one.
Gotcha.
That's not what I said.
The 18.
Yep. 5 force. Hey, it's the Moxanway special.
Yeah.
Woo.
She blasts out an Eldritch Blast. Very good. With that, there is a stepping sound as another night hag appears from the ethereal plane. This time, she is right in the doorway. This one is the one that has a bag over her head that has 3 different rodents in it, or a cockatiel, a spaniel, and a snake, I think. Each of them are wriggling and writhing and trying to get their way out. Each one of these speak out with a different voice as they look out, and it says, "You may have banished my sister, but we will make a new sister, and we will take her with us." And I think she's going to cast Sleep in the center of the room.
Wait.
well, assigning hit points, really.
Wax
Yes.
Ray or Cancer Spell.
Okay, very good. With that, the sleep is cancelled. Just like that.
Honestly, I think the only person that would have fallen asleep would be Nare.
Yeah.
Actually, Olaf first, because Olaf is a low HP.
Actually, I want 40 HP, so that doesn't even cover me.
Then it would only do
It
Nare. I
would
think.
just be Wax Ray, yeah.
Yeah, you know, even Svenmir has 35 HP, so that doesn't even affect anyone except for Nare.
She takes one
She's
step into
stepping
the
into the
shelter.
room.
She takes one step in, she gets smacked.
You are blinded,
I'm
so you have disadvantage.
not flanking.
Miss.
It's barely not flanking.
Ugh.
Olaf.
Winner, you don't have disadvantage because it's the first one because of
right.
Sophie Bab.
Oh
That's
yeah, she gets punched. I'm going to use
With
a
the
key
20,
point
yeah.
to stunning strike.
You sure can.
I don't know if you've watched.
It's a different concept.
That is a con save, correct. You gotta roll your damage too.
Oh yeah. Imagine
Might
also
be
rolling
exactly
damage.
that.
5 bludgeoning.
Ooh, a fail.
Uh-oh. Oh, Spencer.
5 bludgeoning.
I'm gonna pull her. I'm gonna pull the back off. I'm gonna take the keys away, and I'm gonna put some Fibres on the stinky one.
So she is stunned. You cannot, unfortunately, rip the bag off. It is part of her makeup as a being. But you can, like, flavor. You're yanking at the bag, and she's shrieking
I mean,
with many voices as you have her stunned. Olaf, is your turn.
Oh, I have advantage, don't I?
You do.
yeah, because she's stunned.
Whoa! Oh, I'm really excited for this. Boomhammer.
Boom hammer, very nice.
Are you gonna boom her into Nare?
Yeah. Then Nari's gonna clothesline her. This will be funny.
I forgot. She doesn't get a active ability on her turn. Instead, she has 4 hits, so she has advantage on this because she has several. She has 4 different constitutions.
Oh no!
She gets to roll again. Fuck! Another 7?
roll.
Never mind.
Yeah, baby.
Besides that, she's not unconscious or anything.
But she does take 11 bludgeoning, and I'll have her make her strength save with advantage because she has magic resistance.
We said that the key one is not magic.
No,
No,
this is
it's
against
for
boom.
the.
Yeah,
So
but
if I could knock her
3
prone,
force,
it'd be
3 force,
really
not
funny.
launched, not prone, but she is stunned.
Oh no! And another one.
oh
A critical
my lord!
Can I roll max damage for this? Can I please, Spencer, please?
No, you still gotta roll. We roll it twice.
Anyways, by the way,
Could be
the
consistent.
crit does mean that the boomhammer recharges again, and she has to make the saving
Exactly.
throw again. So that's 22 plus what? Okay,
Definitely
that's
success.
funny.
Um,
That's 34 damage.
9, 11.
yeah, 34 damage. Holy shit.
I'm taking a fucking screenshot of that. That is hilarious.
If only it was also +6/+6.
Yeah.
I know.
You plow into her with the hammer. Anything else?
I'm gonna move here to give Lucia the thingy,
Gotcha.
the advantage when she gets a chance, and then the dog is gonna go ahead and attack with advantage because allies are nearby.
Yeah. Pack tactics.
And
Roar. And then she needs to make another strength saving throw, otherwise be
That's
put
true.
to the ground.
That'll hit, yes.
19 to hit. I will crit fish. Sorry. No, so that's it, and
So
then
19. What's the damage?
6 force.
6 force.
I'm sorry, I cackled, but that's 29, 29.
That's
That's
great.
awesome.
Yeah, that's great. She's gonna make her strength save with not advantage, normal, because it's not magic. 6, a fail. Wow, she
She's
cannot roll
on
for
the
shit.
ground.
She is now prone.
yeah, I get advantage from 3 different sources, but that doesn't matter.
So you are blinded. These are all going to be flat. But, still, you're a monk. Go for it.
I punch. I would like to cast Hex on her with my bonus action.
You have to see her.
Good question, actually. Fuck! I'm not going to cast Hex on her because I think punching is the better option, obviously.
You are in dim light in in here, by the way. So if you do want to teleport after this, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to punch her. Well, 11, that misses. Punch her. I'm guessing that miss. 15.
Yeah. You are hitting her, but her innate armor is deflecting the damage.
For 8 bludgeoning damage. She is currently stunned, but I would like to use a key
No, her
point.
AC is 17. What I'm saying is you're striking her,
Oh.
but you're not dealing
Oh,
damage because her AC is too high.
Mm.
My bad. Her
I'm gonna
AC
use
is
a
17.
key point.
You hit the parts that are rats and not her.
Actually, didn't I have a thing for that? Focused aim. Do I really want to? Not really. Use a key point for flurry of blows.
Okay.
Would you look at that?
That's a
Finally. One.
Reaction, Gondor adds a little acid damage.
Good choice.
Mhm.
So this crit will also add double acid damage. What's the acid damage die?
1d6.
So roll that again.
So do I do 2?
Yep, because it's also doubled by the crit.
Okay.
Hey.
I deal
Acid.
10 acid damage.
All right, so that's 8 bludgeoning, 10 acid. I think she might resist acid. No, she does not. She resists other things.
And I would like to use a key point to refresh the stun.
Okay. She'll make her con save again. A new con save. Flat. Fuck!
That's
Can I
okay.
please roll above a 10? Christ. She's at
Speaking of,
+3.
end
She
of
should be doing
turn.
better.
Fuck.
She's
I'm
stunned.
sorry.
I
You roll
will
really
still be
well
blind.
Continue to be
against the
blind.
movement.
I will tell them one thing though. You know what? Funnily enough, I used to be scared to be in the dark, but now I'm not anymore, thanks to you.
They say, we'll get you right next time. As Widowgrowth gets to go. Now, Widowgrowth doesn't like the fact that you banished her sister. First of all, let's roll to see if she spawns another hive. She does. So another insect swarm appears. There's space next to her, which will go after her in initiative. Widowgrowth then looking around. Can you do multiple blindness or deafness as consideration? It's not concentration. You could hypothetically do another blindness or deafness. Seeing all of this that's going on, Widowgrowth doesn't like the fact that her sister has been banished. You didn't use your reaction earlier, Sven, so she knows that you're so ready to hit her if you leave. What does she want to do? I think what she's going to do... sorry. Spellcasters. Looking at what her spells do. She can't see Elspeth, which is a problem. And she doesn't want to move because she doesn't want to get hit by Sven. I think she's going to risk getting hit by Sven. So Riley, would you like to opportunity attack her as she leaves your range this way?
Yeah, sure. I'm getting a call once.
Oh, okay. In that case, we'll resolve the opportunity attack. She shuffles over this way. Sven takes a swing. As Sven is swinging, she's going to point at Elspeth, and she's going to say, I don't like you very much. Then she shoots off magic missiles at you. So that's going to be 11 force damage. I need you to make a DC 10 con save. For
I'll
concentration.
shield.
Question: are those individual instances of damage?
Oh, right. Shield counters magic missile. Yeah, it just rolled them all together. Yeah, so with shield, all the magic missiles dissipate. No problem. She can't do much about that.
Oh wait, no, I can't shield. It's a reaction. What am
That's
I?
right, you used that already. In that case, 11 force, and I need you to make that concentration check.
Is it 3 concentration checks?
It is 1. It specifically says the damage applies as 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're okay. Banishment remains up. Whenever Riley's back, they can take their attack against Widowgrowth. In the meantime...
He rolled, and he rolled 12.
Oh, he did? Oh,
Yeah, I believe
sadly,
so.
I miss. Yeah, you're correct.
Sorry, I had to let my roommate in.
That's
because
okay.
their key wasn't working.
That's okay. You missed with the opportunity attack. She magic missiled Elspeth. Elspeth kept her concentration. Now the two swords of insects. One is going to try to bite you, Sven. The other one will try to bite Gondor. Critical miss on Sven.
Bitch.
16 on Gondor. Does that hit Gondor?
Let me check. Features and traits. Go down to Drake Companion. Armor class 14 plus proficiency bonus.
Oh, so no.
Which
Because
is
your prof right
4.
now is 3.
So that's a 16.
Oh, your prof is plus
No,
4
sorry.
right now.
14 plus prof is 18. So
You okay?
yay, they're good.
They miss. Very good.
It's fine.
Sven, you now have your turn. Your reaction recharges. What do you want to do?
Now it's our turn, baby.
I will say, if everybody wants to quickly make me a history check. If anybody gets higher than a 19, I'll tell you a hint.
No.
If you all get one?
Come on, int character. Come on, int character.
I don't have proficiency in this. I got 16. I can't do anything about it.
Nare.
Flash of
Want to
genius.
see if Nare gets it?
I don't have Flash of Genius left. I used it earlier to prevent the psychic damage, but I wasn't sure how much it would be.
There's something weird about this fight that none of you have mentioned yet, but I won't tell you. So continue. Go ahead, Riley.
What's weird about this fight?
But all the tokens are just heads.
No, that's just the art provided by the book.
No, this is
They're
fan.
not using higher level spells. The highest level spell they've used is a 3rd level spell.
They've only used innate magic as well.
The PC art, their token art is by a fan of this module. Because there is no art of these guys. Because, of course, why would you want art of these really cool, interesting villain NPCs, or villain
Is it
monsters
because they're women?
that are going to harass you for like half of this campaign? Of course not. Why would we want special art for them? No, we had fucking art for the random encounters in the jungle, but not them. Anyway.
How great.
You're going to get an opportunity
move
attack from the insects as they try, as you leave their range. Miss, go,
They miss.
continue.
They are having a great time rolling, aren't
Yeah.
they? They
Also-
don't. They don't know.
They offer
Yeah.
to attack us rather than use Nightmare Haunting.
Yeah, because they want to get Lucia.
Also, you guys weren't asleep when they got here, because you were...
Yeah, they can't
you were
nightmare
awake.
on us if we're awake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack Crazy Lady.
You certainly can, with all the
Flame
ants in her
Greatsword.
head. 15 is a
15.
miss.
Flame Tongue Greatsword. I miss.
Unfortunate.
Now Gondor's gonna bite. Bite.
Widow Growth?
Yes.
Gotcha.
No. Snakes. Or insects.
Gotcha. So, Gondor
Yeah.
tries to bite the ants all around him.
That's a
A
natural
critical
20 for
hit.
Gondor.
So you could roll, it's a d6, right? So 2d6?
Yes.
Plus,
1d6 plus 4
Okay.
piercing
So
damage.
2d6 plus 4. Let's go.
Nom.
So, it is
Gondor's eating well today.
physical damage, so it is resisted, but you did deal a decent chunk of damage on these ants.
So that's 9 plus another 4, so that's 13 points of. I'm
Gotcha.
chomping down.
Chomping. Points of chomping
13
damage.
points of good eating. Oh, and Sven's gonna rage. I forgot.
Yeah,
Bonus
absolutely. You begin raging.
I missed anyways, so it didn't make a difference.
With that, Peggy Deadbells is somewhere else, being frustrated. Elspeth. That's you, Abby. Concentrating on your punishment.
I'm eating at the moment. So
How dare you?
I will.
You have a proned, stunned, begging Nana on the floor in front of you.
We're
And you-
actually doing the kicking scene from JoJo's right
Exactly.
now. Like, this bitch can't
You
even
can
breathe.
see Widow Groat outside. She does not look very badly hurt, despite the beating she's taken from Sven. Two
Because
large
she's
flashes.
stunned. Because she's stunned, does she automatically fail strength check?
I believe that is a case for stunned. Although I
Wait,
was
that means
having
she
a
would
roll.
fail all of our pro checks.
She has advantage though because of her innate magical resistance, so I should have just had her do it flat. Stunned.
That's okay.
Stunned. Yes, automatically fails strength and dex. Oh, no, your hammer is con. That's why I was having to roll with advantage for that. So she automatically fails if you want to hit her with something for strength.
I'm gonna push her.
Oh, very nice. Just a normal shove. She moves 5 feet.
Yeah, just a shove. Is she about 10 feet?
Oh, you're very strong. Yeah. Oh yeah, she rolls through the shattered glass, doesn't she? Roll me 2d4.
Oh, that wasn't even my intention, but
Such devastation.
4.
4. So it's non-magical, so she takes half of that, but she takes 2 slashing damage as she's shoved through shattered glass.
Then I quicken a lightning bolt.
Ooh, very nice. You certainly can. So she will fail this automatically, although she has advantage. Oh yeah, she fails automatically because she's prone. She can't get out of the way. Widowgrowth does get to attempt a save though. She will have advantage on a dex save against this.
I'm gonna use
19.
a sorcery point to reroll all those ones and the 2.
Certainly can.
Dear God, there's a lot of ones.
Yeah.
Mia, Lucia is broken as it is. She doesn't need blind fighting too.
No, I just want them to have some form of access to it, and they don't. I would give up something else for that. If I could get a class or something that has it, I would, but it doesn't give it.
See, what we really need is ways for enemies to drain your ki so that you don't get to use them. Because otherwise,
Hey,
you're
Why am I
stunned
getting
straight
a fucking...
Hey, you run out of ki super fast until you're like level 6. And even then you can blast through all of it in a turn.
Okay, so 21. So
31.
31.
Oh,
right, because gotcha. Baggy Nana. They do not resist lightning. So Baggy Nana's going to take 31. She's looking fucked up. Widowgrowth only takes 15.
and that's the end of my turn.
Very nice.
Max Sanray will come in and Eldritch Blast. You said Baggy Nana was looking bad?
Yeah, she's looking real fucked up. So Nari
If you
will
go
have
with
to
a
finish
feat, you
the
don't
job.
have disadvantage.
it's flat because she's stunned and prone.
So would Bashman send Baggy Nana to hell?
Of the bag man?
Not Baggy Nana, Peggy Daddy.
Peggy
No,
Dead Bells?
Peggy Dead Bells.
Now right out here rolling good.
So Baggy Nana
18.
had 2 hit points. So with that, Nare disintegrates with force. Baggy Nana gets blasted backwards, hits the wall. Anybody that can see her can make me a wisdom perception check. It's a flash of a second, less than 6 seconds, as Baggy Nana dies.
Perception check? Anyone?
I am blind.
15.
15.
Oh,
Okay.
see. These might just be illusions or
Might
some
get a better
shit,
one?
Like
13, 18.
18.
18's pretty good. What you see as Baggy Nana falls over, dies, her body does disapparate into sparkly mist. The thing you catch with an 18 perception check, there is a very thin golden thread that appears where her body was, quickly snakes away from her and shrinks into the ground. You can make an Arcana check now if you want to, or you can do that after the fight. Up to you. Do you want that lore now or later?
Now, please. I want this fight to go even
Arcana
longer.
check. 24?
24!
So there's a pretty high level spell called Astral Projection, which allows you to project yourself into other planes. It's a way that you used to be able to travel without access to gate spells and that sort of thing. Basically, it allows you to be physically present somewhere without having to put your body at risk. The danger, of course, if you run into a Githyanki, they'll cut your... sorry, not a golden thread. A silver cord. If a Githyanki cuts your silver cord, you're permanently dead. These are astral projections. So you can kill these things, will not harm the original... or the real...
Are we gonna get XP though?
Hex. Probably. With that, the cord slithers away. Well done. You have killed one of them.
Well, killed, big quotations.
Yeah.
We've dealt with one.
I'll relay that. They aren't really here. These are projections. If you see a silver cord, cut it.
You
We're just gonna have to kill them again then.
with your 24, unless you have a Githyanki sword. I think a Vorpal sword can also do it. Basically, you need a legendary Githyanki weapon or a Vorpal sword to cut a silver cord.
Not like a silvered weapon or anything. It's
Or
just...
be an Astro Dreadnought, which you are not.
I don't know that. No, you do.
But yes, they are astral projections. So, moving
All
on.
I'm saying, if you see it, you might as well try to cut it.
Your turn. Yusuf. What does Olaf do?
He's flanking, is what he's doing.
Runs over here to flank with a big hammer.
Boom, 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 boom.
Thump, 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 thump. That would also explain why they're not using their Coven spells. That was the thing that could have given you a hint about this earlier. But the
I
projections.
should roll. It recharges. Please make me a...
Very nice. That's
Whatever saving
11
throw it
bludgeoning
was.
is strength. She will have advantage.
Just gonna see it.
A 19.
So, boy,
She remains on her feet. Takes half that force damage. Continue on.
Apologies. I'm just... One of my... For some reason, my old version of this broke. I just had to change it.
Oh, that's totally fine.
There we go.
Ooh, a 27.
Again.
Go for it.
12 bludgeoning again.
12 bludgeoning. Very nice. You wail on her with the hammer. Nasty, nasty. Lucia, it is now back to your turn. Oh, Fenrir as well. Sorry. Fenrir first. Is Doggo gonna come out?
Oh, sorry. You're so right, King. Yeah, can move without invoking the,
The glass shards. Very good.
Invoking glass.
Big chomp chomp on Widowgrove. 18 will hit.
18. It's 5 damage.
5
saving
force.
throw.
Very nice. Strength save throw is flat. She's okay.
Oh, damn.
Mia, Lucia gets to go now. You are still blind.
And people kind of surround her in a way that I can't even try to get advantage.
Yeah, you can roughly hear where they are fighting.
I really want to punch the heck is the thing. Even at disadvantage. Punch, punch. Oh my.
Both of those hit. Her AC is 17.
After the first one, I would do a key
Mm-hmm.
stunning strike, because then potentially the second one is dead anyway.
She is stunned. So this is flat.
And then I'm gonna use key point to flurry of blows. Well,
These are advantage because she is stunned, so you can roll one more with advantage.
but I'm still blinded.
You're correct. You're so right, Queen.
And then I end my turn, and I'm still blind.
You're still blind?
Oh, like a 3 with that.
Widowgroat's turn passes. She is stunned. Her insects get to go, though. So we get some chomp chomps. So they're still over half HP. So first one will be against Sven. 9 piercing against Sven, reduced to 4. And
My
miss.
AC is 21.
Never mind. Useless. Your turn, Sven.
I'm gonna attack Widow Groat
Ooh,
with
very nice.
advantage. Or Widow Groat, Baganana,
This one is Widowgroat.
whichever one is the one right here.
I
Yeah.
have named their tokens.
I can't see that because I'm not in control of the.
It'll
we
say
can only
on
see.
the initiative tracker.
Also,
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. I can fix that.
Anyways, I'm gonna attack weird insect lady.
for it.
With advantage. 26 to hit.
Oh, you'd have to be able to see her stat sheet to see her token label. That's dumb. 26 hits for sure.
Yeah.
And
It's
she is
unfortunate.
stunned.
That is 14 slashing, 6 fire, 2 rage.
Very good. So
Um,
16 and 3 is 19.
I can do the thing where it automatically adds the rage damage. I forgot to do that, but I'm adding it now. Advantage, Flame Tongue Greatsword. Wow! I'm gonna use it with inspiration.
Gotcha. Go for it.
D8.
You
That's 7.
you hit.
That brings me up to
19?
17. Or 19,
Yeah.
which hits.
Her AC is 17, so you hit. Roll your damage.
And on this one, Gondor is going to add 6 poison
Gotcha.
damage.
Very good.
Or acid, sorry, not poison.
Ooh!
So 12 slashing, 10 fire, which reduced to
14
5.
and 5 is 19 plus how much acid?
Less acid damage, 3.
So 22.
Roar!
She's looking fucked up.
Ah,
That's back to you, Abby.
nice. Let's finish the deal. I'm gonna go for a arc bolt on her. 27.
27 hits.
I shouldn't have the 9. I didn't mean to lay that on. Just 12 damage.
She had 4 hit points. How do you want to kill her?
I got so close to it.
Almost. You were so close. 4 off.
I'm sorry, Riley.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna have some of the power from the banishment sigil that I guess.
Oops. I'm sorry.
What is that doing now? Because it was an astral projection. So
So her astral projection would have been banished to whatever demiplane you sent it. You can maintain your concentration and the astral projection will be stuck there. Of course, you would need to make an Arcana check to know how astral projection works. Hypothetically, the astral projection could be ended by her. She would just slurp back to her body.
yeah, okay.
So she may not be stuck
Yeah.
there in the demiplane, but she can't come back here unless she
Got it.
astrally projects again.
Yeah, in that case, that was the bug one, right? You should delete the token, sorry.
Yeah, she is dead. Widowgirl is dead.
Yeah.
You want to maintain
I'm
your
just going
concentration?
to... Yeah, I'm just going to arc, lightning between each of the little bugs, make a little, firework display.
Very nice. They disappear when if she is killed. That's why I deleted them. Okay, very nice. I'm not going to give you full XP for all 3 of them, because Baggy Nana was kicked out right away. I'll give you half for her.
Me, Peggy Dead Bones was kicked out right away.
Yeah. $900 XP each,
Pretty good.
Okay.
Let me take these.
and you may complete your long rest now. Fairly confident you're not going to be harassed further.
I'm just gonna do another short rest where I just meditate for my key points.
Very good. And with that,
I like-
A key point stuff sounds like you can do it even if you don't have the proper short rest thing.
it is now 4 a.m. How would you like? You guys wake up. You feel rested after being assaulted by the fucking night hags.
We're
The astral
probably,
projection.
heaving in their base now, going
And
like,
Sven
what the fuck
loses.
was that?
Astral projection
Sven loses
also
1 more
explains
HP.
how they were able to attack you in the ethereal more than a day's travel away from the city. They didn't have to leave to get to you.
Sven loses 1 more death curse HP.
It's true.
Fun fact. We thought about doing a thing where Lucia is still in the Soulmonger and uses astral projection to be here.
Yeah.
But it sounded a bit broken.
Yeah.
How does she suddenly gain that ability? That was the main reason why I was against it.
It's alright. This is more horrific. That being said, you can wake up in the morning, close up your folding shelter. Anything to disclose to me about changes during the night?
Changes during the night?
Anything special?
Oh yeah,
Any ability
would-
swapping? Anything like that? Anything
I
you want
would
as a player?
love to do the thing with working on my Moonblade.
Ooh, very nice.
Acid's been pretty good for.
Yeah, not much has been actually acid resistant. That one flesh golem was, but that's because it was made of a copper Dragonborn. So
Yeah.
acid seems to
Yeah,
bypass
I
most
think I'm
things.
gonna keep acid.
Good choice.
I think that's the only thing I have that would cause that. Okay, so Drake remains until it is reduced to 0 hit points until you use this feature to summon the Drake again or until you die. So I don't have to use the summon, I don't have to use the charge until I want to summon him again. So I just leave him as is.
Did we come up with a cool name for Lucia's rapier?
Mooney.
Dusk Moon Rapier? I don't fucking know.
I think it was just the Moonlight Rapier. A precursor to the Moonlight Greatsword, which will follow.
I mean,
Once you
it's
get
a
the name of
Moonlight Rapier already. It is literally the name of the base
because it
item.
has
We'll-
aspects of
We'll,
dark
we'll
now.
we'll make the part of its name now. Before it was Moonlight Rapier, now it's the Moonlight
The
Rapier.
Moonlight Rapier.
Amazing.
So in
amazing.
an index, it would be Moonlight Rapier, comma the. So, with that, I think I never wrote out the stats for that, right?
You did +1 to attack and damage, and it sheds dim light in 15 feet cone and
Yeah.
15.
But it's tolerable.
And what did I have that dim light do?
It soothes one's soul and makes undead uncomfortable and alarmed.
Gotcha. So it's more of it's a passive ability. That's right. I remember what we were talking about now.
Yeah.
That
It's a
keeps,
thing that is more RP than actual effect.
that keeps it as uncommon. It's for like if you want to suss out people that are hidden as undead, because you'd be able to. It would grant you an advantage on insight checks to tell who's faking. Gotcha. How do you want to descend? You know of 2 ways off the top of your head that go down. There is the Withers back passages that descend. There's also the Grand Staircase, which descends, which would also give you access to the floor hint for the next floor. Because so far there's been a plate on each.
We could freebird into that ravine area with the water monster. That's probably an aboleth.
Why? You want to free bird?
You'd have to go back up to the first floor to do that. But yes, you
Yeah,
could.
that'd be freebird. It'd be funny.
I mean, Sven just needs to step and then naturally featherfall all the way to the bottom.
Kratos fall.
I think we should go down the normal way.
Grand Staircase it
The
is.
main staircase or Wither staircase?
Probably the grand staircase so we get the hint.
Yeah. And we can backtrack anyways if need be.
Very good.
Yeah.
Riley, you're muted. If you want to speak up, feel free to do so.
Nope.
I will say, as you leave this room and continue on your way, mage hand to flip the lever on the ceiling, the dungeon continues to be in disrepair. It would seem that you have thinned the ranks of tomb dwarves and tomb guardians enough that maintenance has fallen by the wayside. You have dealt considerable damage to the ecosystem of the dungeon at this point. So you are not harassed as you make your way towards the grand staircase.
Excellent.
Which
We are little devils, aren't we?
the best way to do that is
We
probably
are.
hopping back across the pandemonium platforms. It's a circuitous dungeon. It's a mess. So please arrange yourselves over here on the staircase, and then I'll copy paste your tokens in their same order to the staircase on the other floor. Oh,
No, wait
Oh.
a second. I'll throw my wife over the staircase. I just put the dog in front of me.
all right. Dog's in front. Sven, do you want to be in the lead or in the rear? Up to you. All right. There we go. So I will copy paste you guys to the relevant space as we move to the next level of the dungeon. Paste. Oh, it pasted the
The
wrong thing.
Chambers of Horror.
I guess we all had a long rest, so you're full on stats. So we could just, drag new
This
tokens
is.
on. We're going to be dead center of the map. Reveal it to you right now. So the top of the staircase is the bottom one. So if you feel like dragging new tokens on, you are certainly welcome to do so.
Yep.
Yippee.
Reveal. Boop, 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 boop. bit. 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 Okay. So you emerge at the grand staircase. You can see that there's a bronze plaque directly in front of you. Olaf, you can read it. It says, "Death to fire. Dine or drown. Precious air, the army sleeps in silence. The mirror holds 12. Find the iron scepter's twin. The maze holds the key."
Why are you still doing?
Thank you, Mark Hamill.
You're welcome.
Mark Hamill.
These plates have. I'm saying that these plates have magic mouth on them because why not? Also,
Hear me out. Could it be like a museum where there's a
Magic Mouth's
button
great.
and a little speaker?
yes, that is exactly what happens. There's nasty desiccated lich lips underneath, and when you press the button under the lips, it reads it out for you. For the hard of hearing you see in the dungeon.
Yeah,
And
and there's
illiterate.
Braille.
Or
There's
the
Braille
blind.
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Braille as well. It's a
And
super
the
accessible dungeon.
yeah.
And the illiterate.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
So there are 5 clues, it would seem, for this floor of the dungeon. And I will describe to you the area that you find yourself in.
Is it? No. Wait. Oh no, it is 5. It's just that one of them goes on for 2 lines.
Oh, okay. Well, you can think that. You don't have any reason not to.
Well, no, there are 5. It's just that one has a comma, and usually
Yes.
we end each clue with a full stop.
Sure. At the bottom of the grand staircase, a resonant mechanical rumbling emanates from a dark shaft opening up in the middle of this chamber's floor. 4 cylindrical stone pedestals surround the shaft, each 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide, featuring a tiny slot in its side. Squatting atop each pedestal is a large 4-armed gargoyle. So these large 4-armed gargoyles would be roughly eye level to you guys at this level of the staircase that you're on right now. Each character looking down on the room from the balcony can see this. Each gargoyle is contained within a square made of metallic tiles embedded atop its pedestal. Starting with the northernmost pedestal, going clockwise, the tiles are copper, silver, gold, and platinum. That is what you see below you. Other things of note, obviously there's that loud mechanical whirring coming from below. There's that giant dark shaft in the middle of the floor. You could see extending off down this hallway. You can see that there is a very 10-foot wide hallway that leads to a face, which uses the same generic face as everything down here. There's a devil face mounted at the far end of that hallway. Its mouth is agape. You can see that there is a room beyond that mouth. So that green devil face is a door to an adjacent room. Down this hallway, off to your left at the bottom of the staircases, you see that there are cobwebs crisscrossing a 5-foot long wide hallway that extends into a T intersection. At the end, straight ahead of you, there's yet another hallway, leads in Area 51. The description of which says, as I scroll, as you approach this hallway and peer down, you can see that there's a large stone door at the end of the western hallway. It is looming, bearing no handles or hinges, and jutting from the wall on either side of the door are 2 matching bronze sculptures. Each one is the head and neck of a serpent with its fangs bared. On the lintel above the door is inscribed a message which you cannot quite read from the distance you are at. So there's a puzzle with 2 door knockers, basically, over here. Narrow passage with cobwebs down this way. Passage to another one of those demon head door portals, and a corner. Shaft in the floor. Gargoyles with plates. What do you do?
Corn maze. We just keep going around and turn left.
This is the bottom of the grand
Right.
staircase, so you will have to find
Yeah.
other ways of descending after this.
I mean, where the spiral staircase might keep going. We'll have to check on that.
Yeah, I guess. Shall we just take the first corridor down on the left there?
Yeah, I'll let the dog go behind. I'm gonna go invisible, and I'm gonna peek
Ooh,
around
okay.
the corners.
Excellent choice. So Olaf, scouting ahead. So you can make me that stealth check with advantage because you're invisible as you peer around the corner here.
I was gonna say move at half speed, but that would just give me advantage again.
We're not in initiative rounds, so that isn't that important right now. But good to note.
15.
15 is pretty solid, if it matters. You peer down either direction. You see that the corridor extends both ways quite a distance. It is very dark down here, but with your goggles of night, you can see that the passageway extends off to your left to a door. There is a large stone door at the end of this hallway off to the east. Painted on this door is the image of a gaunt male humanoid wearing a hooded cloak, and its face is a field of stars. It has a withered hand extended, palm towards you, the viewer, and it is its left hand, if that matters to you. That is what you see down that way. I will just tell you, because the description says slab. It looks like a door, it's a stone slab.
This?
Yeah, that's down this way. The other way, however, you peer off to your right, and you see that there's a dusty room ending empty as far as you could tell, except for a rectangular mirror mounted on the wall there. Obviously, you don't see your reflection in it. You just see the dusty old hallway. But with the parallax, you can tell it is a mirror of some sort.
I'll see the cobwebs are reflected anyways.
Yeah, they are. The cobwebs are real.
No, you don't actually. They're illusory cobwebs.
I guess
Actually,
you could
fiberglass.
vaguely see the reflection of the gaunt hooded figure reflected in the mirror down there, but it's a painting.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I mean, there's no point of me not just doing this for most areas of the dungeon.
Very true.
I'll also, if it's alright, could I have been like mapping out a rough sketch of the layout of the dungeon as we've been going?
That's what I'm assuming you're doing that. That's why I'm revealing the floor map to you as we go.
Yeah, okay. Just to be clear, so we have this for later reference.
If you're gonna scout down the other way, we certainly can do that.
I'll first relay all that information back to the party.
Gotcha. So you got a
And,
creepy mirror and a creepy mural on a stone door. Down this way to the ghastly door.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically go as far as here.
Gotcha. Peer
I'm
down
not
this
gonna
corridor.
get too close.
Very good.
I'm gonna just peek around the corner first before committing.
Gotcha. Let me reveal this hallway to you. No secrets that I'm going to accidentally reveal. Good. There's more to that room, but that's all you can see from where you are right now. So you peer down this way, and you can see you see a staircase that descends to a treasure chest that is set in the center of the hallway. Beyond the treasure chest, you can see that there's a large chamber that opens up on the other side.
Large chamber, the chest at the end of the stairs.
Yeah.
So there's two door knockers here?
Yeah. I'll scroll back there. Sorry, you're moving through the numbering system means I've got to scroll a lot. The ghastly door. What appears to be a large stone door looms at the end of the hallway, bearing no handles or hinges. Either side of the door is jutting two matching bronze sculptures, the head and neck of a serpent. Their fangs are bared. On the lintel above the door, you can now read, since you're closer. In common, it says, "Warm like flame, cold for the cruel, still for the dead, gruel for the ghoul."
That's some kind of fucking riddle. Okay. I'm not going to proceed much further without
oh.
the party.
Perception check.
Sure. Normal perception check. Or crit fail.
The stone door looks heavy, but you know that Elspeth's strength right now is crazy. Elspeth and Sven wouldn't even need to make a check to lift this door if you want to bypass the puzzle entirely.
I crit failed.
Yeah, I'm telling you. This is what you get.
Oh.
You don't know. Your
Okay.
character doesn't know that you crit fail. Also, I could just be telling you obvious information that you would have gotten anyway.
Yeah. Or you could just be lying to me. It's like, yeah, that looks fragile. That's fine.
You would estimate that that's probably around 1,000 pounds, that stone slab. Which, between Elspeth and Sven's strength score at the moment, they wouldn't even need to make a check. The two of them could just do it. It lifts
I
up
don't
like a
trust that
portcullis.
though. I don't trust that though. Like I know, like I
Yusuf
feel like
doesn't.
even Olaf knowing that door looks breakable, but something bad's
Generally,
happening
trying to
break
circumvent
it.
puzzles down here has hit you in the ass. So, it's fair.
I will relay that information to say, all right, I'm gonna go to the bottom with the gargoyles. Don't just like move
All
over
right.
here so that if something happens, that they're there basically.
All right. So you gain no more special information from the gargoyles down here. There are 4 pillars. Each of them has a slot in the side, roughly waist height on you. Slots about, a finger tall, finger wide. So you're looking at maybe 4 inches. Like slots in a casino for a coin or something like that.
Oh no, Asirek found the god of gambling.
Again, those large looming gargoyles on top of each with 4 arms. They're all in dramatic poses like the gargoyles from the titular cartoon.
Gargoyles.
Mechanical whirring from that shaft. Yeah, that's all you really pick up down this way.
I'm gonna just have a peek down
Yeah,
here.
have a peek down that way.
And if it's alright, could I have the party move over to like the west side of the staircase just in
Well,
case we
you
have to
can
get
you
close?
can whisper where you want them to go for sure.
Oh yeah, no. I every time I check, I go back, tell them what's going on, and then
Gotcha.
I'll tell them.
So you're all hanging out on the stairs
"Don't
while all
leave me
this happens.
behind."
So yeah, Olaf, you can approach this large devil face. You can see through. Oh no! Painted murals on the walls down this corridor show faceless humanoid figures doubled in pain, clutching at their heads and ears.
Okay, I really don't want to approach this fucking devil head. I don't want to go down there with the devil head by myself, so I'm gonna at this point get the rest.
Oh,
of the
so
party.
ignore that hallway then. You don't know that yet.
Well, no, I won't get it. Like the thing is, I'm not there. I won't get as close to this because this feels icky to me.
Okay.
This is very.
If you wanna peer down that way, you see as the exact same mural that was on the other side. There is a hooded figure with a face of stars, with a withered hand, palm up, pointing towards the viewer.
Okay, and given the orientation of the staircase, and given the wither spiral staircase, could we have it indicated where the spiral staircase should be?
It would be somewhere between this hallway and the mirror room.
Okay, so somewhere there. Right. Not as much, but just wanted to confirm. I'll relay all that information and then just ask the party where we want to go from here because we have options. I mean, this one we have 2 points of egress, or at least 2 supposed points of egress into that room, given the layout of this dungeon.
The thing you learned about the Black Opal Crown was it was in a maze, I believe is what he said. A maze of death was what Withers told you about that.
Yeah, and we've been told that the maze holds the key.
Yes. The other ones... I think you also heard about the Navel of the Moon was the other one that you got a hint for.
Yes, I don't know. It was on one of my notes, but I moved and I lost them. But he did tell us roughly where the Navel of the Moon is. I think it might be in the sea level. The obligatory underwater level, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. He said... Withers did say it was on this floor, the 4th floor, which is why I'm asking, because those two are on this floor. He would have told you. Yeah, I think he would have told you it's. Oh, I don't remember what I told you. I don't want to give it away necessarily. It's hidden inside a puzzle on this floor. The Navel of the Moon and the Black Opal Crown are on this floor.
And they're not necessarily the same place, so...
Yeah, who knows?
Right, I'm leaving it up to the party where we go, because, frankly, that devil mouth really susses me out, but...
Yeah,
Secret
let's not
room.
stick around.
Secret room. I think that's what he would have told you. The Navel of the Moon
What's
is
that?
hidden behind a secret door. I think that's what Withers would have told you.
Yeah, it's alright if I go, like, while the party's deciding, checking, every 5 feet for a secret door.
Okay. Give me a D100 roll.
I'm mostly just looking for the spiral staircase, to be honest.
Yeah.
53.
53. No, you don't find anything in particular. I will say, with a 53, you do go to push on one section of wall, and you think you got it, so you go to shift really, really hard. You pull something in your back.
Oh.
But you didn't get below 50, so it's not anything important.
Oh, right. Well, I tried.
So, while your
Now
husband was humping
this
the wall,
wall!
Yeah.
what is...
I'm trying to find the stud. I'm trying to find the stud.
Also, Riley and Mia, you can also speak up. You don't necessarily have to let Olaf take all the fun.
I think we should just, do you want to head to that portcullis first? Since we didn't see any traps
That's
down there?
the
This
door
one?
for...
Yeah.
What was it called? The ghastly door, that's what it's called.
We can try and decipher the riddle, but I feel like that's
Yeah.
going to be a case of finding other bits and getting to there.
Oh, maybe.
Like that's the end of the dungeon. That's my feeling, at least.
Abby, since multiple people are coming with you, since you're leading the way, Elspeth can give me a perception check with advantage, because you got multiple people with you.
Whoa. Still bad at those. 20.
Yeah. So you don't know how Olaf missed this, but a real nasty stench of rot over here. Like,
Well, he was unaffected by Peggy Dead Bells, so maybe he was just like, ask
True.
more Peggy Dead Bells
his
shit.
nose hair's burned off. Yeah, like very, very nasty, like rotting body smell.
Yeah.
Like you would associate this with undead for sure.
Alright. But I only smell it, I don't see anything.
Yeah, only a smell, and it's definitely wafting from this direction.
Alright.
Although with a 20, I will say it's wafting from a specific place. Up to you to figure out what that means.
Dead shaft.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we save the space for that.
and I'll paste the description again for what you're looking at here.
I mean, it might be down here. There's a chest at the bottom of the stairs. Really susses me out.
I'm just gonna shoot that chest. Like,
Yeah.
arc bolt it.
With what? Arc bolt?
Arc bolt.
Yeah, roll me an attack roll.
15?
You hit the chest. Roll me a damage.
6 lightning.
Yeah, you burn a nice little scorch mark into that wood. The chest doesn't come alive. No eyeballs appear. No teeth.
Okay. That's a suspiciously placed chest. I'm not crazy for doing that, right?
No, I would have done the same thing. I was just waiting for you to do it, to be honest.
Right, so we'll just head down here.
Okay, let's just reread the clue for this level, because The mirror holds 12.
Who was it?
That's obviously this.
Abby, you're the one that you're peering down there. As you squint down this tunnel into the stairs down there, you recognize the bits of the pillar that you can see at the corners here. The room ahead is the room that you saw, the grand shrine. That is a trickster spirit temple ahead.
Oh, okay.
The one that you saw in your vision with the
yeah.
Minotaur walls.
I'll say I think I saw this in the mirrors in the beholder's room. I think there's a trickster spirit down there.
I mean, yeah, might as well have a look. If it's safe.
Yep.
I will lead and use the Wand of Secrets.
Okay, what do you want to point? Where do you want to shoot? What does that do again?
I'll just use it, and it's the nearest thing within 30 feet that's trapped.
Okay, and you're using it as you're approaching the chest to point at the chest?
Or a secret door, yeah, so...
Okay.
If
Unfortunately,
it's the chest or if it's
you draw the wand as you step onto the stairs. The trap is before the stairs. As soon as you step foot on the stairs, there's
here?
Yeah, there is a mechanical sound of a panel above your head sliding open. And you, like Indiana Jones, turn around to see a large granite ball, 5 feet in all directions, slam into the ground behind you and begin falling down the stairs.
What's my vertical leap? What's my vertical leap?
You cannot get past it. It's essentially, it's large enough to fill up the hole. There's like barely 3 feet of space at the top. So if you do want to like Spider-Man leap over it, you can. Best bet's going to be running down the stairs, or just trying to stop it. You all have a chance to react to this, so don't let it just be Yusuf.
I might try to...
I'm on this side of
I know.
it, so can
Granite
I...
has the same density as aluminum. Aluminium. I'm un-American. I'm un-American. Aluminium. I'm un-American.
Riley,
I guess
granite-
I'm not close enough, but I could yell at
fluid
Elspeth
space.
at it.
This is like 6 seconds. If you did want to run and grab it, you can try to. You can also have Elspeth try to grab it.
I think
yeah.
I'm too far away right now.
Here,
Very
I mean,
fair.
if both Elspeth and
But
Olaf
Elspeth has
push it...
higher HP. Elspeth has a higher strength, so I'm gonna yell at Elspeth, Mom, grab the rock and hold it back!
The panel it slides out of gave it forward momentum, so it is going to be rolling towards you, Olaf, so...
Yeah,
you
no,
got
my idea is
seconds
Olaf
here.
pushes against it, and then Elspeth holds it back, and maybe we can stabilize it. It shouldn't be too heavy, because it's the same density as
Well, what I'm saying is, you're going to have to make one hell of a check to catch this thing. Because this is like well over 1,000 pounds of stone coming at you. So, Elspeth, you want to try first to grab it out of the air as it falls?
I will. An athletics check?
I think so, yeah. This is going to be a pretty fucking... I'm going to set it at a 25. If you can hit a 25,
there's
you'll be able
still
to
a
grab it.
chance. I'll use a sorcery point to keep myself prevented. No.
No.
Could it be a combined
Slips
thing?
out of your
We're both
hands.
trying to, grab it and... Not like it hits the ground,
so
but
you wanna
Elspeth
brace
holds it
yourself?
back, and then we push it. Yeah, we both do it together.
Okay,
so combined
in that
check.
case, you can make a athletics check as well.
So if I beat like a 9, then I get it.
I don't think so. I think a 16, I think, is enough. No, that's 9 under. It's just going to be you. You're going to have to get a crit. You don't know this, of course.
I feel like if we could do like a collective check.
No, the point is that she didn't get it, so she didn't get her hands around it. It's smooth stone. She tried to grab it, but it slipped out of her hands.
Dirty 20. I still get hit.
Pretty close. With that, yeah. So, Olaf, you're going to take 40-10 bludgeoning damage,
It's not that bad.
as you are rolled.
Um,
I still need you to make a dexterity saving throw. So, the 27 bludgeoning damage as this thing slams into you, it is going to continue potentially rolling you down the stairs. So I need you to make a dex save. I think with disadvantage, because you were slammed with this thing in the face. If that's fair.
Sorry. 5.
Okay. With that, you go tumbling down with the stone. So the two of you, it bounces a bit as you go. You're like a Looney Tunes character stuck to the edge of this thing as it bounces down.
Feels bad, but it aesthetizes it.
Yeah. You bounce down the stairs. You hit the treasure chest, which is completely disintegrated as you bounce by.
That was the point of the treasure chest. If you trigger the trap, you will destroy the treasure chest or whatever's inside. And it's supposed to lure you
That's
down
not
there.
quite the point of the trap, because the momentum of the ball keeps you rolling forward. I need you to give me an acrobatics check, Because as the ball shoves you the last bit of the way past the shattered treasure chest, you realize the floor isn't actually there, and you begin passing through it. You have a second to grab the edge of this pit.
Acrobatics or athletics?
This is going to be an acrobatics check. Elspeth, you're watching this happen.
Yippee.
That's not great. Is there
So,
anything that
well-
anybody can do to help?
I've been fucked by, like, cascading rolls, basically.
No, I don't have anything.
Featherfall?
Are you falling?
I will
About
fall
to
into a
be.
pit.
I will cast Featherfall then.
Okay. Good choice.
Question, I take the full 27 damage, right?
Yes, you would take the full 27 bludgeoning damage. So, Olaf, you failed the acrobatics save. You failed 3 dex saves in a row. Two dex saves in a row. Dex save. Anyway, point is, it's a really bad string of luck. You slip below the illusory surface here, which allows Abby, Elspeth can also see through this now. You are slowly descending. Olaf, you look down. You can
as
see.
I begin to descend, can't I pick up the ledge? Take the ledge?
I think the point of failing is that you can't. I will describe to you. The walls of this pit that is outlined in dotted lines are smooth stone, 10 feet straight down. Or sorry, not stone, smooth glass. The reason it's glass is below you, you could see that vaguely glowing, hidden by the illusion, is a vat of acid that you are slowly descending towards.
Awesome. Fuck.
So
Can I?
we have
How long does
seconds.
he have before?
How far do you fall with Featherfall? Is it 10 feet around?
60 feet per round.
So it'll still be this round that you'll hit the acid. So you can, Abby, you can shout out to everybody. He's falling into acid.
Yeah, can I jump and try and grab him with that?
I think your Featherfall was your reaction here. I'm going to let other people get the hand on the ball. We'll come back to that if nobody else has any fun ideas.
Can
Is the greatsword lit?
Yorm be a rope?
Yorm could be a rope. Is the greatsword lit?
In general?
Okay.
Is there other light here?
No.
Then the greatsword would be lit, otherwise I'm blind.
The reason I'm asking is Mia's teleporting ability only works in dim light or darkness.
Yeah.
Also, Mia, if you're talking, you're muted.
I know.
I mean,
Good question. My sword doesn't give a lot of range for the light, so we would likely have the other one out.
Okay, gotcha. So you see this happening. I think with the way illusions work, you just see through it now.
so can Yorm be a rope? Yorm
Potentially.
fly out, just
Yorm would have been already been out. So Yorm has the fly speed to get over there. Yorm can't Yorm can't lift a medium creature.
she
Question.
is a medium
But she
creature.
is featherfall.
down?
She's flying.
Yeah, it is 10 feet to the bottom, which means that in the process of this happening, Olaf failed the acrobatics check to get to the ledge last second before he disappeared. Elspeth hit him with a featherfall. Elspeth leaps over to watch him fall. Yorm flies overhead. You have like 5 feet left, Olaf, before you hit the acid. Yorm can give me an acrobatics check to try to loop around him and give him an anchor.
Okay, acrobatics is
If she succeeds, we'll say that
Dexterity.
Elspeth grabs the other end of Yorm.
Oh my lord, Yom is going to be pulled apart.
Fuck. No, she
I'm
doesn't.
gonna use my inspiration on it.
Okay.
Can I use my inspiration? Because
Yeah.
she's my minion?
She's one of your characters, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll use Flash of Genius if I can.
Okay.
Ooh.
That beats it.
17.
So with that, Yorm is between the two of you. Both of you have a chance to catch either end of Yorm. So Elspeth has Yorm's head. Olaf, you have Yorm's tail.
Yorm is flapping furiously.
Yorm is 5 feet long. Olaf is a medium creature, so 5 feet long. Olaf, I'm going to need you to give me a one final dexterity saving throw to see if your feet hit the acid.
Grab her tail.
Okay.
Before
and me is-
Elspeth yanks you to safety.
You make these.
15.
That is success. The DC for this trap is 15 in general.
I'm going to actually turn a Sirek
So
into a
you-
full,
as-
like, fine China.
As soon as you catch the tail of Yorm, you slam into the glass. You instinctively pull your feet up, which is great because you could already feel like the hairs beginning to burn off of your toes.
Yeah.
It specifies
my boots?
it specifies that the walls of this pit are too smooth to climb without the use of magic. So yeah, Elspeth, with that, very easily with your strength score, you can yank the two of them to safety. Have Yorm give me a con save.
Okay. Sorry, I closed her up.
Oh, that's okay.
Constitution check.
Crit fail. Oof.
Bad.
Well, that's 5.
It's
but,
not a crit fail. It's 5.
That's going to be 3. We'll call it bludgeoning damage from the force of that.
Oh my god, there's a robin outside my window.
Aw!
Ah!
It's 3
My
bludgeoning
grandma
damage.
loves robins.
You now know that there's an acid pit there. 10 feet down.
Yeah.
There is shit
3
in
points
the...
of 3 points of stretching damage.
Yeah. So Olaf, you're safe.
Pull the
Yorm-
muscle.
Yorm is over here.
I'm so glad we killed withers.
You can embrace having saved yourselves, saved your husband, Elspeth. You can see that scattered in amongst Olaf's feet is some shit. There was stuff in the chest that is now crushed.
Yorm wraps around, in that way that constrictor snakes do when they're wrapping around your rib cage, but it's a comforting hug for Olaf because she's anxious about him.
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Good snake.
So you can see
I'm
that.
sorry for getting angry at you before.
She's also putting a lot of her weight on you because she's hurt right now. That hurt her muscles.
So the debris that is all over the floor is straw, specifically hay. You could smell the stink of a barn loft that Olaf is now standing in the midst of.
I hate this dungeon. So
Are
fucking
you
much.
alright?
I thought that I was going to die in a really stupid way.
I'll use my
Fucking crazy.
healing. I'll use my healing hands on you.
Aw,
You get 9 hit points.
Thank you.
9 hips.
I thought I was gonna Indiana Jones to death.
That famous traveling caravan show.
Bimbiana Bones.
Bimbiana Bones. Actually, you know what? Artificer is an in-character famed hero. It's just Artificer and the Last Crusade and Artificer and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Temple
for
of
sure.
Bad Stuff.
Yep. Okay, you survived the trap. Good. I didn't have to dissolve Olaf in acid.
How much damage was that going to be per round, by the way?
I believe it was 10d10. 12d10,
Ooh.
sorry.
Yikes.
I could take it. No, I couldn't. I really couldn't. I was a fucking, sub 60 HP.
I think for the purposes of the magic, once you're outside of the pit for long enough, the floor mirage returns. But you mapped out where it is.
Stick
So we're gonna leave
something in this. I'm gonna stick something in the size that the mirage is constantly inhibited.
it. Yeah. So, what you see stretching before you, as I described to Elspeth earlier, 4 marble columns supporting a ceiling of a grand tomb, twin staircases ascending to an upper gallery, where the carving in the form of a giant maze adorns the wall. On the floor of the tomb stands an opaque crystal sarcophagus, which is constantly changing color. Minotaur murals adorn the walls on the lower level of the tomb.
Well, that's a
and
maze.
I think as soon as you're peering down in here, Kabuzin would speak up to you, Elspeth, as you peer in here. Actually, he would have told you last night. Doesn't matter. He says, you should go over and trace your finger along the maze. You've encountered lots of those puzzles I saw in your memory. That this is probably something like that. So Kabuzin is encouraging you to go over and trace the maze, Elspeth. Sven, Ejin is saying that color-changing sarcophagus might be part of this puzzle, and you might need to wait for it to turn to a particular color, and that might be the key to this puzzle. Ignore the mural. Ejin wants you to wait until it's gold, because Ejin thinks that gold is a lucky color.
What's Moa thinking? Does he have any particular insight?
Nothing in particular. I think he would just tell you that this room looks trapped. Very, very trapped. Like, the simplicity of it, the acid pit, is probably not all that's here. I think similar with Obalaka. Obalaka's like, stay the hell out of there. We're also getting towards the end of our time.
Yeah, my consideration is, will the Wand of Secrets work with the illusion? Will the illusion interrupt the Wand of Secrets?
Hypothetically, the Wand of Secrets would point you to the nearest trap, which, unless there's a trap right under your feet, would probably just point to the acid pit. You could leap past it. If we do want to enter this room, you could just leap past the acid pit. It's not a big deal.
I'm not, no! Because there'll be another fucking trap that'll just be like, oh, it's a ramp that's all around the
I
acid
wouldn't
pit,
do
fuck
that to you twice in a row. Now, is
Yeah,
it
you
Ghost?
wouldn't, but Gary Gygax would.
Now, is that something that Chris Perkins would do?
What would Christopher do?
Chris
You
Perkins,
just step around the acid pit, you fall into another
Chris
acid pit.
Perkins would have had Olaf fall into the acid pit. He wouldn't have gotten a save after trying to catch a 1,000-pound granite ball.
I still think we could have both like collaboratively stopped the.
To be fair, it was a really stupid idea. Dying for that is honestly okay.
If it took some bludgeoning damage, it's fine. I think collectively you've all seen this tomb now. Unk. You see no depiction of Trickster Spirit down there, but given the shimmering, changing colors, that's indicative of flail snail shells. This would be Unk's tomb.
Yeah.
Unk is the famously true neutral Trickster Spirit that isn't represented in any of the trials outside. Unk is... Everybody's cool with Unk. He's good to hang out with. Chill dude. No enemies, no friends.
Do you think it would be safe to be on the coffin? I asked Olaf.
I mean, probably not. It's literally a glowing, like, touch me. If you touch it, it might do something. I don't know.
What's the Wand of Secrets attuned, by the way?
I think anyone can use it. I'll just check the wand.
I think it's just
secret.
charges.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I should check if it regains its charges first.
I'm gonna walk forward.
It regains all the fucking. I mean,
You're gonna walk forward, or you're gonna jump over the pit?
You jump, right? Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. I go.
Yeah, you leap over the pit. Now, standing dead center here, you can see that this is indeed a grand cathedral. It looks like you're honestly like inside of one of those magic trick shop boxes where it's just like it's so shiny and colorful and sparkly, and you just see the hottest, greasiest, sweatiest, full nude minotaurs on all of the walls down here. Granted, they're not. They got fur where it's important, so it's nothing lewd, and they are in poses of rage and hatred. So it's not necessarily erotic unless you find vor. Anyway, point is, nasty,
Angry naked men.
We move swiftly past.
surrounded by angry, massive minotaur murals down here, and then the upper floor, like I said, that grand depiction of a maze carving on the wall. The maze carving is shifting and shimmering, and you try to track with your eye, and the maze seems to change as you're glancing at it. So the exits and entrances are never where they are for very long. And then, of course, the sarcophagus, same thing, shifting colors.
Seeing as it's safe for Elspeth, Olaf will jump across too. And that'll be the trap square, right?
No, you land perfectly fine.
I have
Just
no
almost
trust in
got
this
dissolved
fucking
in acid,
dungeon.
and he's already eager to go into that very clearly trapped room again.
Yeah.
Do you want to save your moms?
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Nari, okay?
It's 10 specifically, if you care. There's 10 minotaurs specifically painted on the walls in various depictions of unhinged man-beast might. Just pure animal power.
opening pickle jars, tearing decks of cards in half.
There's one of them holding a phone book. You now learn what a phone book is because it ripped it in half. Actually, you know what? This is basically the motivational speaker from that one episode of My Little Pony, which is a great episode, where Fluttershy tries to learn
Yes!
self-confidence.
I know, I understand this reference.
There we
I'm
go.
just
I found a way to
thinking
rope Riley in.
manosphere.
The rest of you got hooked in by the hot Minotaur men, the hot naked Minotaur men, but Riley.
No, I didn't.
My
No,
Little
I
Pony.
didn't get convinced
I'm
by
a
the hot
brony.
Well, easily you guys can clear a 10-foot jump. It's not a problem for you guys. You have a chance to interact with this room.
Iron Will! His name is Iron Will!
Thank you.
It's such a perfect name for a motivational speaker.
Well,
I'm sorry, but there are so many people on YouTube that look like this.
it's true. He was
You
specifically...
can snow cars if you hate yourself.
he was patterned after... oh, fuck, what's his name? Tony Robinson. If you know who that is, he's fun to make fun of. He's a piece of shit. Anyway, moving on. What do you want to do? You got a maze, you got murals, you got a chest, you got chests. Nice chest ahead. There's a bloodstain.
Oh wait, no, there's a bloodstain? No! I'm not fucking approaching
Well,
there's a bloodstain.
The bloodstain is Olaf's where he got crushed by a ball.
Alternate timeline bloodstain? Yeah, can I use my white soapstone and see if there's any messages nearby?
Sure.
Oh, sweet. What do I roll? The Dark Souls check?
Well, if nobody has any ideas.
I mean, the hint says the mace holds the key, and we've had. I mean, Obolaka is like, no, don't go in there, but I'm on the same page as.
Lucia, as you are approaching, you don't want to enter the room, obviously, which means you're going to be hanging out in the stairwell.
I'm not going in there.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
give you
gonna-
a wisdom perception check. And if Nare stays with you, we'll declare that ahead of time. Is Nare going to stay with you in the hallway?
I think so.
She will be assisting with this help action. So you can make me a wisdom perception check with advantage.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing she ever said to me. 26.
Okay. So you step through the straw down here where the chest is. Safe distance, but watching the shit that's going on overhead. You feel something underfoot, like the Princess and the Pea. Something presses into the bottom of your boot. Confused, you lift your boot. You just see straw below you. And Nari's the one that kneels down with the help action, and she's going to feel where you touched. And she touches something. She lifts it up, and she says, I think it's a key. She is holding what feels like an invisible key made of cold metal. Roughly the size and weight of a normal-ass key.
Oh my fucking god. Is it actually the maze? Is it talking about the other maze?
I'm gonna f***ing cry!
It's
I would say
not
this is
straw,
hay.
it's bits of corn.
It's hay, not corn. So that is not
Okay.
there. That is very funny. That is not there. That is not the connection, but that is very funny. No, this was a needle in a haystack. There's an invisible key in the pile of hay. So
So what's it for then? Is it the key?
I would like to look into the center of the maze to see if there's a place where a key could go.
you certainly
Specifically trying to catch if there's like some illusion bullshit going on that I could spot. Because I don't want to go into that room.
holding the key, looking at the maze at a distance. You can give me a wisdom perception check. See what you pick up.
I think I cannot see the illusions is too confusing for me, even at this distance.
Yeah, you're squinting a bit too hard. Also, if Sven's got the sword out, it's real bright. You're a Hexblood, but you still got drow eyes. It's not nice.
No. I'm gonna take the key. Sven is like somewhere. I want to tutor us anyway. I'm gonna pull out my rapier. And
You can roll me an insight check though, since you touched the key. Nari said it felt like metal.
I still. If it
Wow, we're all stuck ass, apparently, all of a sudden.
I would
It's
actually
a
lose if it
smooth,
was the
cold,
core
metallic
key.
key.
Alright. That makes me a bit worried out of character, but in character, I would like to pull out my rapier and have the dim light that extinguishes bright light shine around
Yeah.
me.
You feel calm.
Well, this feels a lot better. Huh.
Sven would feel
how-
uncomfortable because Sven's kind of
No.
not quite.
Is this room lit in any way? The one with the maze? Oh.
I don't think it doesn't specify that this tomb is lit.
Then it likely isn't.
It doesn't specify any kinds of light, which means, yeah, you would be able to teleport up there without issue.
Yeah. I would like to teleport up here. Have a
Absolutely.
little
So the
shadow
rest
step.
of you watch Lucia shadow steps to the balcony up there, just out of range of Sven's bright light from the sword.
And then I would like to take
shit.
a proper closer look again at the maze.
Yeah, now you can give me a perception check.
25, there you go.
That's much nicer.
more reasonable.
What you could see, the maze is shifting, constantly changing. You don't see any specific key holes, but I would say with a 25 perception, which is a very good, top of what it outlines on the DM screen about checks. So, pretty damn good. What you can see is there are a number of specific rooms in the maze that keep appearing over and over again. These rooms are denoted by a little key symbol. With a 25, you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. There are 6 of these key rooms that appear. Each of them are color-coded. There's a blue, a gold, a purple, a green, a red, and a black.
So I'm guessing I have one of the keys, and there's going to be a key in each of the rooms on this floor that we need to find.
It is invisible, the key you are holding.
Or what sequence do the colors appear in?
Completely random. The maze is constantly changing in front of your face. Lucia is only able to track the recurrence of the keys because of the 25 perception check.
Yeah. I think we need to find several keys. Naren, I found one. It's invisible. And there's 6 different colors. All of you are good with metals, right? Can you, if you touch a key, determine what kind of metal it would be from, like, how, I don't know, hard the metal is? Texture or something?
I could maybe judge it based on how heavy it is.
Ah. But yeah, there's 6 key symbols that keep appearing in rooms here. Did any of the rooms with the key symbol resemble the shape of this room?
No.
Or the hallway?
No. The layout of the maze carving in front of you, completely random, completely new. And again, ever changing.
But it's 6 rooms with 6 different keys, different color code.
Yes. And I will say that, Lucia, you called out those colors of those keys. Those are the colored flashes that the chest is switching between.
The maze holds the key. You have to put the keys in the holes in the maze, rather than the maze holding a key for something else.
There is no keyholes in the maze.
Insight check? Anybody?
I would say it's rather than
I say
actually
Lucia.
going
It makes
in
sense
like
for
a
Lucia to
normal
make it.
key. It doesn't go like a normal key. It just goes on its side because there's a key shape.
16? This is triggered by Olaf, so you can have advantage because Olaf was thinking about something that is on the right track. 16. It's not so much, you don't have to put keys in the maze. It may be a matter of getting keys out of the maze. Because the sarcophagus, none of you really took a chance to look at it. But I'll just give this to you. There is a keyhole in the center of the sarcophagus. Hard to see with all the changing colors.
I'm gonna teleport down here.
There you go.
Right, I don't know the color of the key.
You're going to
go
have to
to
jump, because that's in bright light. But you can do that, no problem.
I'm a reasonable person. I'm actually, after what happened with the last list, I am a reasonable person. I'm jumping down.
Okay.
I'm a monk, I don't fucking care.
Very good.
Because that is safer than taking the stairs. Yeah, just in case they don't take the stairs, just occurred to me that it would be funny if the... I'm gonna very carefully, the tip of my rapier, gonna check the floor tiles here, especially the ones in front of the stair.
Okay, go for it. Give me an investigation check. Nope. Mia, you're not allowed to roll anymore.
I rolled a 1, a 3, then a 14 and a 9, followed by a 2 and a 1.
I do like the fucking white stick you've made for yourself, though.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to try out here?
Anyway, Olaf here.
I want to touch the maid.
I mean, you certainly can do that. I will say,
If
Lucia,
you get
It's actually a
teleported
bad
into a
idea.
maze, Elspeth, that's gonna be fucked up.
I'll say one more insight check from you, Mia, for Lucia, because you did have a look at the keyhole.
Huh?
The key in your hand is
6.
the wrong size and shape for the keyhole in the sarcophagus. That invisible key is for something else.
I'll hand it to Olaf to determine what kind of metal it might be, just in case, because there must be a reason why the fuck it's invisible.
I mean, it might just have an invisibility spell.
You can give me an investigation check.
It's likely just to be harder to find.
Literally a needle in a haystack, but the needle's invisible. It's a Masirak shit.
21. This is fuck, what would it be? Bronze. The metal is less important, as is the shape, which I will give you with a 21 investigation. It is small, which is why it wouldn't fit the keyhole up above. It is very elaborate and floral. You can almost see it in your mind as you're feeling it in your hands. Like, it's got like elaborate filigree. It's very, very fancy. This is the sort of key that would be like for a very high-end jewelry box, or it would be like the key to like a very intricate clock, that sort of thing.
Or a robot's corset or something.
Yeah, like a clockwork golem. This would be something that you would like use to open a panel on. It's that sort of a thing. This is some top tier, like
Good shit.
the good shit, the good artificer shit. That's what this key is for. Of course, completely invisible. So
A
don't
key
drop
that
it.
is way more intricate than it has any right to be.
Yeah, don't drop it.
I'll take that back.
Shit.
I'm less known for
If it's
falling
okay,
into
can I
acid
make a
nets.
clay imprint of the
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
key? Yeah.
That is genius. No check needed. When you do make the imprint of it, that intricate panelly bit of the key, now that you're looking at it in relief, it is the arms of a clock,
Oh, so this is for a
but
clock.
fancy with vines and shit.
Okay. Interesting.
I just need to check. I think the actual arms of the clock matter. They might matter.
So what are we thinking? Is the keys in the maze? Is the maze a trap or a red herring? Elspeth gonna die? Elspeth gonna be teleported into the map, into the maze, and then we have to get her through.
Oh no,
No.
Elspeth's stuck in there with
No.
10
You know
buff
what it is?
minotaurs.
You know what it is? The key is clockwork. The hands are constantly changing and turning. So each time you make an impression, it reads a different time.
Ooh.
But it doesn't seem to you, based on what you're looking at, like the hands of the clock are significant. But this, now that you know for sure, this is the key to some sort of elaborate arcane clock.
Some kind of mechanism that relies on constantly changing inputs to be a real part of the system. I'm gonna put it in a bag.
Okay.
tie it tightly around the handle of the key,
Now,
and then
having that
tuck it away.
secured, I believe Elspeth wanted to go touch the mace.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll give it back to Mia if you'd like.
Are you going to bring anybody with you?
I found it.
Elspeth, or are you just going to take initiative?
I'll just take initiative. I'll just say, I'll say they want me to touch the maze.
I'm going to be nearby just in case, if that's
I
okay.
think
Just-
you and Lucia are doing your own thing. I think
Right,
we're going to limit
okay.
this to Sven or Nare if, Elspeth, you want to bring anybody up here with you. Just to keep more hands on the ball.
Pigeon says we should wait till it's gold. I'll stand near the slab and tell you when it's gold.
Good choice.
Alright, yeah, I guess I can wait until I get told that it's gold.
Okay. Very good. So you are up there. You are waiting until Sven sees the chest turn gold. What do you do when the chest turns gold and Sven calls it out to you?
I'll touch the maze. I'll put
Okay.
I'll put my finger on it.
As soon as you put your finger into the carving to try to trace the track of it, the rest of you hear a popping sound as Elspeth appears to be slurped into space into a tiny point and disappears. Elspeth, what do you see?
I was
as you
fucking right. She's in the
appear somewhere
maze.
else?
Yeah, I know. She's just gone. Oh my god.
You
I
stand.
kind of thought this would happen.
You stand within a 15-foot high passageway walled by smooth, featureless stone lit by torches and shrouded by fog in all directions. There's no ceiling, but when you look up you could see a distorted view of the room you left behind from an odd angle. The rest of you, if you do want to go up to the maze and have a close little peer, you could see a tiny little Elspeth inside of the maze. When we return next time, I'm going to have people roll initiative because the searching the maze is going to be done in initiative, but we won't be using a battle map or anything. I
Whoa.
believe that's all the interesting things you need to know.
Are you trying to do the BTS? What?
No, I was saying whoa.
No, I prefer the BTS thing. Not BTS.
Uh,
Big Time Rush, BTR.
Yeah, in that
Yo,
case,
Big Time
yeah.
Rush.
so we'll roll initiative next time. Elspeth, I'll put you up here for now, just for consistency's sake.
Cool.
Pig there up next time. Elspeth just got teleported into the maze, so next time we'll roll initiative. It's the order of actions, what people want to do. It did not seem... You don't see anything gold or any keys around you or anything. It would seem that Aegon's advice wasn't particularly helpful. At present.
I like the thought of Olaf and Lucia are there. He's making the imprints. Like, wait, it's different. Does it again. It's like, look, it changed. Oh, that's
And all this
Yeah.
time,
That's
Elspeth
very
is
weird.
taking more steps up, and then just waiting to get sucked into this
yeah.
fucking maze.
We just suddenly hear a plop. You see my ears do like the tiny twitch, like the I heard something. Wait, did Elspeth? And I just look over to the
Wife? It's my wife!
She didn't touch the mace, did she? The like obvious trap one.
She touched the fucking maze.
She touched the butt.
Good thing we don't have Chloe anymore, because otherwise it would be me in there.
Well, thank you so much for
No,
playing.
no, what would happen was Elspeth would touch it, and then you would also touch it, but you're in a different fucking part of the maze.
Oh no, Elspeth is in there. I'm
That is-
gonna go get her.
That is
Plop.
uncanny. So the fun thing about the maze is whenever you touch the maze, you're teleported to a random space in the maze.
Exactly, alright?
So you're
Like,
correct.
there's no reason
I'll
it
give
would
you
be
that
in the
for free
same
'cause you
place.
guessed
It's constantly shifting, so that makes sense.
It will also make sense that it just teleports you to a random place or the place you touched.
Can it just become a Pac-Man screen, but it's Lady Pac-Man, it's Miss Pac-Man, it's just Elspeth?
Waka 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 waka.
Well, for now,
That'd be a great, like,
we're gonna
art piece.
end
It's,
the session here. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good week. And we'll jump back here next time as you try to figure out Ung's tomb and see what happens to Elspeth as she's trapped inside of a maze.
Pog.
Bye bye.